Reels to Rents podcast.
Recording?
Are we?
We are recording.
Oh,
now.
we are recording now.
We are
Yes.
recording now. We are live.
In 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to From Reels to Rants.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see, but we got a new spot.
New spot, new
Painted,
setup, new energy.
Lights. Be on the lookout for some new decor to be on and popping.
He said Dick Core.
I said decor.
Pause.
Decor.
And I forgot what I was about to say.
I forgot what you were about to say,
It's
too.
the last movie of the year.
It is the last movie of the year. Are we going to do a, should we do a New Year's one for next week? Is there any New Year's movies? I think the only one that comes to mind is like Project X, but that wasn't even New Year's. That was like a graduation party.
Right, that shit was fire though. That was a crazy ass movie.
That was a crazy ass movie. That was the type of party that I wished I would have been able to go to when I was that age.
When we were in high school?
Yeah. I didn't even do anything like that
comment,
when I was...
subscribe.
Yeah, like,
Yes.
comment, subscribe.
You got me on the left. I feel weird on the left.
I feel perfect right here.
I know, it's the right.
It's the right.
Got my crispy baker on today. You know what I mean? Tampa Bay is whipping Carolina's ass.
Are they?
It's like 48-14.
Okay.
Whipping that ass.
Oh, you know, we didn't
Go
even do
NFC
the
South.
We didn't even do like our normal intro.
We didn't. Take 2 in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to From Reels to Rants.
Welcome back.
We got a new location. Not really, just a different room.
Different room.
Painted, lights. There'll be more decor. But, you know, this is your favorite podcast
Yeah.
with the duo where we break down everything on the silver screen.
And we talk about everything in between.
If you don't know already, I'm Walt.
And I'm Doc.
And let's get going. We're going to be talking about Red One.
Yeah. This is a great fucking holiday movie.
It was a great holiday. It was just take the holiday out of it. It was a great movie. Obviously, it's centered around Christmas and holiday spirit, but it was just overall a great movie and honestly added to my top 10, if not even my top 5 holiday movies.
Agreed. When I watched it again this morning, that was another key takeaway. This has definitely worked its way into my holiday movie. It's
number 1 on Prime right now.
Which is also crazy. This movie did better giving straight to the people to go into the theaters.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of movies like this would do better in the like digital space, going straight to streaming, especially if by Christmas. I mean, think about it. We're coming we're like 3-4 years off COVID now.
Yeah,
and like I forgot the movie going experience. I went recently with my oldest, and we saw with Sonic. Sonic was dope.
I heard that shit was fire.
It was fire. But I think, it did do better. And like, it wasn't number 1 when it first dropped to, it's worked its way up to number 1. I watched it again last night, just going back through and looking at some of the scenes and getting some final thoughts. It was number 1 on Prime, but great movie. I was hesitant because to me, The Rock is always like the same or similar character.
He's The Rock, goddammit.
He is The Rock.
I was never timid about. As soon as I saw this movie, I was like, "Ooh, The Rock! I got to see it." Yeah. Pause. I'm not gay. I love The Rock.
I do like Dwayne. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But let's we're getting the so for those who don't know, Red One is a 2024 action adventure Christmas film directed by Jake Kasdan. It follows Callum Drift. Cool name, by the way.
It is.
Who is head of the North Pole Security, or the E.L.F, the Enforcement Logistics.
I wrote it down.
Yeah, remember that. But teams up with a hacker, Jack O'Malley, or Captain America, to rescue a kidnapped Santa Claus from the clutches of the Winter Witch, Grilla. Oh, we probably shouldn't say her name. Fortification, thank you.
Or in his words, extremely large and formidable.
Yes. So we get into it. So they
start calling my Johnson E.L.F.
Well, extremely large and formidable. Nah, it'd be like Alf. Average and lightly frightening.
No, it's
but no. So Santa gets captured by the Christmas witch Grilla, and there's some great battles. It's it's a Christmas family movie, but I think We'll get into more of the story breakdowns, but I think honestly, like this, I wouldn't want to see a sequel around Christmas, but with Mora, I would like to see like spin-offs of like other mythical creatures or like because like the plot and like the world building was like what I loved most about this. I was like, okay, so Santa, people know, or the people who need to know. I mean, he's getting jet, Air Force like
that was a point that I made into the movie too. The government knew about Santa. Yeah. Because when he got to the airport, what's up, General?
Yeah. He was getting an escort. Yeah. And then, but like, so there's a whole like government part of it. And then, like, could you imagine like being like a government job? It's like, oh,
I got to escort Santa off the premises.
You wouldn't be able to say that.
Once a year.
You wouldn't be able to say that.
You could say it to the people in the office.
People in the office that need to know, but like to everybody else, you just work for the company. That's like the best CIA.
I work on this retired Air Force base, make sure nobody jumps over the fence. No Area 51 type shit. That's all.
But no, it was great. But yeah, so that's the plot. Santa gets captured by a would-be, well, not by the hacker. Gets the hacker.
The hacker sets him up.
Sets him up, and didn't know who. That was also one of the funniest parts of the movie, I think.
Which part?
The scene where like he gets captured.
The fight in his apartment.
Okay, so I know we're jumping ahead, but like
we are.
That I have notes on that.
Okay.
Because as we get to that point, so let's start from the beginning, right? So it's Jack, the little boy. He's trying to basically ruin his cousin's Christmas, telling him like
because he don't believe in Christmas.
He don't believe in Christmas. He opened the closet. As a matter of fact,
he pickpocketed his uncle to get the key.
Yeah, pickpocketed his uncle to get the key. Goes and busts open the kid. Badass little kid. That's why he's a level 4. But breaks open the closet. He's like showing them all the presents. And like to me, like I'm thinking about that in like real time, like when that happens with my kids, it's like at what age do you go, all right, fucking.
Well, you already started with a good point that you guys help Santa, so I don't think it's ever going to be a thing of Santa Claus isn't real.
Right. Yeah. It's going to be fair. It's going to be more of like.
Yeah, Santa had to get to all the other families, so he dropped the presents off here first.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. I
that shit was smart, my guy.
Well, I can't take any credit for that.
That's scary.
It's the brain,
the mastermind.
Yeah, the mastermind. But yeah, no. So and it's funny because like, how old are you when you found like the presents in the closet, or did you ever find the presents in the closet?
Yeah, but they weren't in the closet. We always started knowing something. Well, not all, but I started knowing something was up really early because my parents' bedroom, the bed was like flush against the wall.
Oh, yeah.
But then like after Thanksgiving, it was catacornered, and they were putting all the presents behind the bed because they had this big ass headboard. So they put all the presents behind. Yeah, I was like, I wonder what's down there. And then we was playing hide and go seek in the house, and I would crawl into the bed and look. The fuck is that?
No, I remember I was like 7 or 8, I think, maybe 8 or 9. I don't remember the age exactly, but we lived in Cali. It was a house we lived in before our house fire house, and we were playing hide and go seek. And I remember my parents were like, "Don't go fucking around in our bedroom."
It's always hide and go seek.
Right. Well, but then I go and I'm in the closet because like there was one spot. It was one of my mom's old like long dresses where like I could stand in that bitch and be hidden. But be in the dress so that like they'd walk in and you open the closet door, you don't see nobody if you stand still enough.
You don't even see the feet.
Yeah, you don't even see the feet because it's it's low enough to the floor. And so I remember I opened it and I saw all the presents and I was like, oh shit. And it was even better because there was a Johnny Quest little SUV truck.
Zim Zim Salabim.
Yeah. But it was the teal truck and it had the little like leg choppers that come out, out the bottom and like all the accessories. And I was like, oh shit. So I went to go, tell them. And then we went and we looked and then they must have found out because the next time we went, the closet was back to normal. It was gone. And then I just remember Christmas morning, there it was. And I was like, but so he's trying to convince him, and Dad gives him the whole thing. Like he's like, "Listen, I don't fucking like." As apparently,
you skip one very vital part of that story, and it was funny as shit. He was like, "Well, how you know Santa wasn't here? Because I could find anybody. So how come you can't find your dad,
bro?" Yeah, that was... Kids are ruthless.
That shit was
Kids
funny.
are undefeated. They have no filter. He's like, "Wow, how come you can't find your dad?"
I said, fuck.
Yeah. Right to the heart.
Nigga went to get some milk, never came back.
Yeah, facts. Lottery tickets.
Yeah. That shit was crazy. Yeah.
But then, so, and it's funny too, because like as a parent, you sit there and you're like, how do you? He was like, listen, I don't know how it works. I just know that it does work.
Yeah,
and that's what happens.
Gotta believe.
You
gotta have faith.
You gotta have faith. But yeah. So then, what? Fast forward, and he's now
30 years later.
30 years later,
and then we see him walking in a coffee shop.
Yeah, that's right.
Which was also so weird too. And I made the point in my head when I was watching Deadpool and Wolverine. It's so weird not seeing Chris Evans' Diesel. Right. Skinny Chris Evans is weird to look
this
at.
Was like it was the like the first one of the first movies I remember seeing and really like paying attention to him was the one where they were like hacking the test. Yeah, that one. And then what was it? Janie's got a gun. Not
another teen movie.
Yeah. But yeah, not seeing him like super jacked was weird. Well, and also in his like native accent too, like how he talks normally.
Which I was about to say too. He cut out of the New York accent so many times in the movie.
Bostonian though? Isn't he like Boston?
Probably, but he kept trying to have. There's points in the movie he kept doing this New York accent, like really? I had to write it at the bottom of the joke. He was like, so what are you gonna do about it? I was like, how does he keep doing it? It was mad weird, Joe. But anyway, like you were saying, we meet him. He steals Christine's coffee, which he would go get a straw. Steals Christine's coffee. He does this. It was a perfect setup, which that shit never happens in real life. No. But he's walking. He sees the place that he wants to break into. Just so happily sees the girl that has the access badge to the place he wants to break into outside doing yoga. Drops some liquor, sips some liquor, drops some coffee, sets a gazebo on fire, which makes the security guys run, grab the fire extinguisher. Right. He grabs the badge. Everybody turns to go towards the fire. When they go to fire extinguish it, he pulls the thing. The dogs go running, trips the guard up, takes fire extinguisher, throws it inside of a bush, gets inside the building. Like,
perfect setup.
That shit was on some fucking Mission Impossible setup.
And this is, I'm going to carry on to this thought later, but like, they don't show like his backstory outside of just being a kid. Yeah. Like, what training did he receive? Yeah, because like when we fast forward to the part where he's fighting the trained agents and like holding his own, I'm like, okay, first of all, where the fuck did that come from?
There is no way in hell.
None.
You had Secret Service magical agents, and you just folded these niggas like that.
Folded them,
like, throwing niggas to tables and shit.
Blocking, dodging, like I'm like, wait a second, no. So there's more to this, I think, than like is shown, and that would be the only reason I would either want a prequel or like backstory or something more about his character that like really show, because like he's just out there murking people,
which they can quickly like a Moore movie, and they bring him in. Yeah. Into more would be dope.
Like find another one,
yeah. Because then you can literally sit back and find out like where his backstory came from and easily fold it into the story.
Exactly.
Because at a point in the movie they said that the FBI was trying to recruit him too. Like, even as a dark web hacker guy, like how the fuck are you evading?
Right.
FBI.
Right. Because he like you said, he's not the beefy, jacked that we normally see him. He's like sitting behind a computer desk. Yeah. Hacking away. Still fit.
You seen like, have you ever seen Leverage?
Leverage. That was the one with
Timothy Hutton, the Aldous Hodge, the hitter, the mastermind, the hacker, the burglar, and the grifter.
Probably. I probably have, but it's been a while.
Great show. We need to watch that shit too.
Leverage. Okay, it's a TV show. I'm thinking a movie.
Yeah, TV show. He's the Aldous Hodge of this movie.
Okay.
And Aldous Hodge also plays new TV series that hit Prime last month. It was based off a book, Kill the Girls, Along Came a Spider. Tyler Perry played him in the movie. The name
Alex Cross.
First
of all, that was
a great fucking show.
Okay, it's a great show. Okay, because I liked the I never read the books, but I did like.
My mom has like all those fucking books.
I liked the
James
movie.
Patterson. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I liked the movie with
Tyler Perry.
Yeah, I did. I thought it was.
Gary, what the fuck?
I liked it for.
It was a great movie. It was Tyler Perry was horrible.
That's why it was like. My only thought for that movie was you stopped playing Medea and this is the shit you give us. But anyways, so
we probably need to cover that because again, Cross was dope, but Alex Cross is dope. It's just it was so weird seeing Tyler Perry.
Yeah, it was seeing him outside of
Medea. Action movie Tyler Perry is fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
anyway.
it is hilarious because he's a big dude. Like he's tall.
Which makes sense because in the books, Alex Cross is a tall guy. And
speaking of that, just from a stature perspective, what really irritated me, one, I love, speaking of Prime shows, I love Jack Reacher. All those books.
Reacher was fucking hard.
All those books. I've read almost all of the books that they've done like the first 2 seasons on. But when they did the Jack Reacher movies, I was hype. And then I
liked the first one. I didn't like the second one.
Tom Cruise is short as a motherfucker, and they in the books, Jack Reacher is imposing and tall. Alan Ritchson.
Yeah,
that's the perfect person.
Aquaman.
They couldn't have picked anybody better to play Reacher. But the first season.
First season was fine. I haven't watched second season. I need to watch it.
The second season was good.
Better than the first one?
Equal.
Okay.
Not better than the first one.
I'll take that.
But the first one, and you know me, it is very hard for a sequel to be better than the first for me.
We talked about this.
I don't know what it is. It's a bias or what, but
Godfather 2 is better than Godfather 1.
I will give you that. That's again one of the very, 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 very.
I'm gonna comprise this list. And I'm going to put it on socials of all the sequels better than the originals. But anyway.
But so, back to this. So, one, there's a part 2, and I can't remember now that we've kind of jumped all over the place. So
he just finished breaking into the place.
So, this is also, is this before we see, like, Santa in the mall?
This is leading right into it.
Okay, perfect.
So, because he walked off, and did you catch the punchline? The baby was crying. He walked off with the sucker.
Yep.
It's like easy as taking candy from a baby. Yeah. I like the soliloquy. I think that's the word for it.
Soliloquy.
Yeah, I think that's the word for it. But yeah, I loved how they did that. So after he steals the data that he was trying to get for the people, and steals the candy, he is now we switch over to Mall Santa.
Yep.
Which very good question. When you were a kid, were you ever a Mall Santa kid?
Yeah, we went to see Mall Santa many times.
Really?
Yeah.
I think we only ever went once when it was at Virginia
Sears.
Center Commons.
It was always at Sears.
Yeah. Virginia Center Commons.
Yep. We'll go Sears. Yep. See Santa. And that's a cool thing is like the one thing like my parents always said is like you never know.
Yeah.
Because it's like.
I mean, we knew this nigga's beard was fake as shit.
But like. The thing that always got me was like with the Santa Claus. Like maybe if it's not close to Christmas, you don't have a beard yet. Who knows?
No, this nigga beard was fake. Like, fake as shit.
Yeah, the fake itchy white ones.
Yeah, like back in the 90s, like that was when they had the thing that went over your ear for it. Yeah, beard was fake as shit. Well, and he smelled like Virginia Slims. Non-menthol Virginia Slims.
Yuck.
Just this thick ass, smoky. You stink. You don't smell like magic.
But so they're in the mall, and you've got your like, what is it? The commander of the E.L.F.
Yep.
He's first in command.
Cal
just standing there.
Security and shit. The Rock.
The look. It was so funny because again, it's like one of his signature moves, I guess you could call it. But like that smoldering look when homeboy's like not getting the picture, and he's like, all right, I got you. I'll back off.
I think he said the kids come first.
Yeah.
Back up.
Yeah.
Have a
Merry Christmas.
He needs to wear the shirt. The shirt was like
the got beef or we beefing.
The stew crew, and all I gotta do is say is now we beefing. Again, so I'm gonna jump back to it real quick, but I thought it was funny that again it touched my kid inside. Pause.
Big pause.
Because as a young kid, all the brothers, we always wanted some kind of video game.
Yeah.
Vampire Assassin #4 on the Switch. I was like, I remember them days, yo. Every year, like on our Christmas list. Well, of course, back then, like it was Super Mario, Super Metroid, motherfucking Sonic, Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
it was always one game all of the brothers had on their Christmas list, and we always got the shit. Like, so even like in the years when PlayStation finally came out, like we knew there was no more Santa. It's PlayStation 1. Yep. But
for us, it was always racing games. My dad loved racing games. Gran Turismo, Ridge Racer.
Yeah, like
I remember he would stay up for hours trying to beat the black car.
You couldn't beat that black car. He beat it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I remember when your pops used to play Need for Speed with us.
he still does, and he will play with the worst car and still beat.
Yeah, he was a monster, yo. Like I remember you had the Pagani. I pulled the McLaren out, and I think your dad had like the fucking Skyline. No, he was hawking us.
He was doing it in the Audi.
It was Audi?
The Audi TT.
I was like, oh, we're like 4.9 seconds ahead of him. We hit a curve. Where the fuck did he come from?
Gone. Just taking his time.
Like
cruising.
Your goddamn Pagani, your Pagani, my McLaren, like nigga, we're going like 0 to 100 in like 2 seconds. Yeah. Flat.
Yeah. And he's just mopping.
Fucking Audi just coming out of fucking nowhere. Dad had cheat codes. That's what it was.
That's what it was.
But so Mall Santa. Black Kid wants the Vampire Assassin 4, which that sounds like a really good game too.
It does.
So
it's Van Helsing.
It has to be. Van Helsing meets fucking Assassin's Creed. It's gonna be fucking dope.
That would be.
But we get 4 more kids. Hey, we made cookies. What kind of cookies? Chocolate chip. Snickerdoodle. I love Snickerdoodle.
How'd you know?
Fucking love Snickerdoodle.
Snickerdoodles are the shit. Kiernan makes some bomb ass Snickerdoodles.
You know what's good too? Have her make a chocolate chip Snickerdoodle cookie. That shit will blow your fucking mind.
Okay. I'll put them on the list.
So goddamn good.
You got a birthday coming up.
Semi-sweet, milk chocolate, Snickerdoodle cookies.
Okay.
Whew. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
When you try them, you're going to be like, fuck, where have I been all my life? Yeah. But, so the YouTuber guy with the 3,000 subscribers runs up. He throws this shirt.
You're talking shade, but that's more subscribers than we got.
It is. This nigga intercepted the shirt. Rolls it out like, yeah, we're he needs to see what we're beefing. We're not beefing. Get the fuck out of here. It's like the kids are right here, bro. Like, get in line.
And the way he said Merry Christmas was like a threat, and have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, bitch. Which it's funny, right? So when we were kids, like back when the spirit of Santa, because the kids might be outside the door, when we all believed this shit, right? So my mom and my dad used to always.
Could you imagine you say something outside the door? Santa's not real.
No. When we were kids, it was a running joke because Chris has really, I don't want to say the C word. Chris has really slanted eyes. So my mom and my dad had this running joke that the reason why Chris's eyes were like that was because one year he was coming down the steps and he saw Santa putting gifts under the tree. And Santa has a big defender elf named Tiny. And when you see Santa putting gifts under the tree, Tiny pokes you in your eyes. Until I was like 10, like the story of Tiny, you can't go downstairs anywhere between, like when y'all go upstairs at 11 o'clock, from then until like 5 in the morning, y'all can't come downstairs.
11 o'clock? Goddamn, y'all motherfuckers got to stay up late.
Hell yeah. Like we were upstairs, like we be talking.
We had like 8:30 curfew and bedtime.
We never, on Christmas, we never went to sleep. Like we were all, I think they did it on purpose so like we would stay up late on Christmas.
Yeah.
So at 5 o'clock, we can all come downstairs, open gifts, everything was done. So from
how early did y'all parents get up? Because I tell you what, if we even
Mom and Dad didn't sleep on Christmas. Mom was always downstairs cooking through the night.
No.
When we were upstairs locked in the room, like 11 o'clock, that's when Mom and Dad, or later in life when Phil got involved with it, Mom, Dad, and Phil would go out, get all the gifts, put everything under the tree, do all the wrapping if it hasn't already been done, setting everything up. We'd be upstairs talking, playing board games like, again, Clue, Monopoly.
Yeah.
Back then, Uno.
See, if we got up, though,
I declare war.
Before it was time, if they even heard you creeping past the bedroom door, it was get your fucking ass back in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah. But, that never happened because they always made sure there was something in the room to keep us entertained. Yep. While they did their thing downstairs, got everything set up and everything. And then 5 o'clock in the morning, Mom would be like, hey, guys, it's time for Christmas. You guys, of course we're up. Yeah, like, we're coming down the steps.
Lenny came into the room and, like, because I guess somebody had a bad dream. And Kier woke up and went in there with them at probably like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And so I'm sleeping in the bed. And she comes in and she's like, "Are you awake yet?" And I'm like,
barely.
I was like, "Is your mom and sister awake?" And she was like, "Yeah, they're getting up." I was like, "All right, well, if they're awake, then we'll go. I'll get up." But,
Side note: 48-14, game over. We whipped that ass.
Who was it? Who'd you play?
Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Beat the brakes. Bake, baby. Bake, baker, bake. Anyway, nigga had 4 touchdowns. He threw 4 touchdowns.
Did you win your bets?
Probably not. I'll check when I leave because I'm gonna get upset. But the point of the 3,000 subscriber social media YouTuber guy that pissed me off. Have you noticed when I'm trying to be more politically correct? When certain people use ebonics, we all up in the club. We don't accentuate the way we talk like that.
Yeah.
It's like we just in the club.
It's because they're wrong.
Yeah, we chilling.
Yeah, they're emulating and they're doing it incorrectly.
Yeah, you wilding. Yeah, you're wilding. You're wilding.
I've always wondered if they do that in movies just for the purpose of doing it.
I hate it.
I hate it too.
With a passion.
Yeah.
Just when you're doing a timed aged piece, you get a voice acting coach.
Yeah.
Hey, people from the West Coast talk like this. It ain't cars, core. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like
It's cores.
Yeah, riding cores, nigga.
Yeah.
Get a voice coach. Teach you along the way.
E40.
Yeah. Like if you're doing something in London, like LA little bloke.
Right.
We're gonna roar the trolley.
Lingo, learn the phonetics.
Yeah, like
is that what it is? Phonetics.
It's the phonetics. Yeah, like but when you're emulating what black people say, it's always we up in the club.
Yeah.
Piss me off. Real smooth.
The
but
emphasis
anyway,
is on the wrong syllable.
Yeah, I hated it, yo. But a part that I banged with Santa on, so Christmas time, like the mall Christmas is over, but Santa makes it a point, Red One makes it a point to say like, hey, I love doing mall Christmas. It like really gets me going for it. So they're escorting Red One out, and of course Red One is played by Schillinger, aka Omni Man, aka J.K. Simmons. Mm-hmm. They're walking him out like he's the president, like Red One on the move.
He's the one around that time of year. Like.
Yeah, he is that guy. So I love coming to Philly. Ooh, can we stop for a Philly cheesesteak? Where anybody know Philly cheesesteak? It's my go-to. I love Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah, Philly cheesesteak is good, but it's got to be done right.
In Virginia, where's your favorite Philly cheesesteak?
I don't go anywhere to get a Philly cheesesteak.
Are you
Philly
serious?
Cheesesteak in Virginia? No, you go to Philly for a Philly cheesesteak.
Mark my words. Jersey Mike's number 43, extra cheese.
Really? Is that good? Because from Jersey Mike's, normally I get the. Oh no, I'm not thinking of Jersey Mike's. I'm thinking of Firehouse Subs.
The only thing I get from Firehouse Subs is the club on a sub.
Oh, I get the beef and brisket.
Never had it. Club on a sub.
The brisket one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Bacon.
I've wanted it. I've never tried
Kier
it.
always gets the hook and ladder.
Never tried. I've seen it.
Yeah.
You don't ever want to get anything different? No. Club on a sub, extra cheese. Yeah. Put the pickles, on my sandwich. And then it's like different times of year they have like a different hot sauce that's on the bar that you can take. That's the only reason why I like actually eating inside Firehouse, because you can never get the hot sauces to go.
Right.
Club on a sub, it's whatever hot sauce. It's like an orange one that's in the middle. It sets this sub off. But when it comes down to Philly cheesesteaks, Giant 43, Jersey Mike's with everything, extra cheese, yeah, and then add bacon.
Add bacon.
That shit is life changing.
Okay.
Because sandwiches are all about the bread. Jersey Mike's has really good bread, and then they actually give you really good beef.
Pete, pause.
I was about to say pause. Like
beef.
They serve really good beef.
We got the meats.
Pause. So, like
that beef all up in your mouth.
And you have a Jersey Mike's near you, so next time you, Kieran, the kids want to go out and get sandwiches, Jersey Mike's, number 43, everything, extra cheese, add bacon.
We've always had bad luck with Jersey Mike's because we're always outside of their delivery window. Like we're literally always just outside.
That's what said when you go.
Yeah. Oh, we don't be going.
Go to Jersey Mike's.
Okay.
It's life changing.
One of these days. We'll put it out there.
But
so they're walking out. They're getting the escort.
Yeah. They get the escort. They get to the air base, ready to fly out. I noticed something in the movie though. Did you notice there was no red-nosed reindeer?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Should have been a red-nosed reindeer. I don't even know all the reindeers. I know Donner and Blitzen and Rudolph.
And Dancer and Donner and Blitzen, Common, Cupid, and...
Why do you know this?
But do you know the most famous... Just from the song.
What song?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Had a very shiny nose, like a light bulb. And when you ever saw him...
Anyways.
You would even say it grows like Pinocchio.
I liked how fucking huge the reindeer were.
Pause, Nick.
The reindeer. There's no innuendo there. How huge the reindeer were.
It's huge. Innuendo. Anyway, you like how big the reindeer were?
Yeah.
Massive. He threw them pretzels.
He did.
I wonder if they were Auntie Annie's pretzels.
I don't know. I haven't had Auntie Anne's pretzels in maybe even a decade.
Damn. I had one when we went to Kansas City.
Because the only place I've seen them is in malls or at the airport.
Airport, yeah. We were in the airport, and I was like, ooh, Auntie Annie's. We got to stop at Auntie Annie's. Yeah. It's fucking delicious. It's just as good as I remember. But yeah. So, like we said earlier, it's funny to know that the government knows about Santa.
Yes.
They hide that secret with Santa work better than Area 51 and aliens. Santa takes off, and I thought it was extremely funny. Getting into the North Pole, they flew in like it was Wakanda.
Yeah. Well, so but before that, so there's this part where he's this was a cool thing that I looked up. The thing he says, KAVALAME.
Yeah, I didn't Google it.
Okay, so it could be wrong. What the things that I saw were that Saint Nick was had like Greek roots, like from Turkey.
Really?
Yeah. So it says. In the film Red One, Santa Claus uses the command KAVALAME to direct his reindeer during critical moments. This term appears to be derived from the Greek word, I can't pronounce it, I couldn't find the pronunciation for it.
Let me Google it, because I probably can pronounce it. I'm good at pronunciation.
It's in like Greek words and alphabet. But
never mind.
Yeah, exactly. Which translates to we ride or we rode in English. The choice of this term may also be a nod to Santa's historical roots. St. Nicholas, the figure who inspired the modern Santa Claus, was born in the region near modern-day Turkey, an area with significant Greek cultural influence. Additionally, Kavala is a notable city in Greece, and the use of KAVALAME could subtly reference this heritage, or it could just be a made-up language. They don't
Interesting.
know. But I thought that was
dope
cool.
Word though. KAVALAME,
right?
Could you say that? Could you imagine you fucking about to come? KAVALAME.
Say we ride. It depends. Is she riding or or am I riding? Either way.
KAVALAME.
But yeah, I thought like the military knowing about Santa was dope.
That
also made me think though, because like this is further, but like he's obviously got super strength because you saw Homeboy was overhead pressing or incline bench overhead pressing like 415 pounds.
And, it's just my warm up. This nigga did 500 push-ups in under 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Just warming up.
So there's definitely something there.
And I like that too. They didn't make Santa jolly old fat man.
Yeah.
It was cock diesel.
Well, first of all, the way we're getting to the end and we'll come back to it, but like when we talk about and how he like does the thing, it makes sense that he's got to be jacked and like fit
when he does what
at the end when they show him doing what he does.
Oh, he is fit.
Yeah,
he's a beast.
Yeah. But yeah, I would have liked to see like what other powers he had too.
We know he could shrink.
Yeah. But that was a device though. That wasn't him.
Remember when Santa was jumping down the chimney?
Yeah.
There was no device.
He had the same wrist thing. The
van brace?
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
So maybe the tech mimics his powers and abilities.
Yeah. And even that, the van brace is not what made The Rock shrink.
Oh, that's right, because he was clicking his heels.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now my question is that his normal height? or is his big stature his normal height?
I really think he was an elf.
Okay. Because see, the thing that got me too is like now you talked about like the dome is like Wakanda, like they go back in there, and there's all these human people, I assume, or human like, right? Because nobody had pointy ears, but you had people all multicultural, diverse.
It was a melting pot,
right?
DE&I.
But so like, were they, are they elves? Are they like not derivatives, but like descendants of elves? Like, because the elves they saw like the little motherfuckers with like the long droopy pointy ears.
Were they elves?
I thought that's what I would have assumed were the elves.
Makes sense.
But who knows? I mean, and again, we're talking like the supernatural, mythological world. There could be different races that look like humans but aren't humans. They just blend in with everyday.
And they know when you're not one of them,
right?
Because it was like he's immortal,
right?
Called out. Never remember his name. I called him Captain America through the whole movie.
Oh yeah, Jack O'Malley.
Jack O'Malley. It's a crazy name. It's Irish.
Yeah,
he might be from Boston. Anyway, we arrive in North Pole. We get to meet the crew. Okay. Who was your favorite crew member?
Garcia. Big ass fucking
the Coca-Cola bear.
The Coca-Cola. I didn't even think about that until just now. But no, he was my favorite.
Yep.
So this was, a little bit dark for a family Christmas movie, but one of my thoughts was like they're showing like this town and city. I was like, they got brothels. They're like little elves, crushing up fucking candy canes and snorting them off little elf buttholes. Like, what kind of right? Or like the candy cane, like that.
They was doing that white night.
Yeah, that white night.
That white night.
But no, because like
peppermint powder.
Think about it. You're working for the guy who's like checks the list.
Yeah,
you got to be good all year
all
round.
Year.
How do you cut loose?
It's not about being good all year round. It's taking the opportunity.
Yeah,
this movie had a message.
It did, and it did. Because
we gonna get there.
You hit a good point.
Yeah, this movie had a message. Like when every time they had those poignant moments, like the music was slow down, I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Like
this was like I would like to see an expanded universe off of this movie.
Yeah,
like it really was that good. All right, so we're at the North Pole now.
Yeah, we met the crew.
Garcia is the one.
We open up to our opening dilemma. This is where you see Santa getting busy in his workout.
Yep.
His workout gear. His Under Armour. Yeah, and it probably wasn't even Under Armour. I bet you The Rock, because his film company produced the movie.
Yeah. It probably was Under Armour or the
$7. Like The Rock has his own fitness gear.
Yeah, but it's all Under Armour fitness gear.
No, his got the Brahma Bull on it.
Yes, but it's if you go to Under Armour's website, you buy the Rock stuff from there. Yeah,
I kind of want that shit now too. Yeah. I like The Rock. I have his tattoo cream. Yeah,
you have The Rock's cream.
No, I have his tattoo cream.
You rub his cream on your tattoos
all over me. But our dilemma is a perfect setup. I'm not seeing it anymore.
Yeah,
like I'm
retiring.
I'm retiring. Like this is my last ride. OG, like I gotta go because I'm just the spirit's not there. Like I'm not feeling it anymore. In The Rock's mind, the mana isn't there anymore.
The mana
like
isn't there anymore.
I respect your decision. This is a true leader, true boss. I respect your decision, but the piece that you're missing is every adult has a kid in them. Mm-hmm. They just want to come out. Mm. So taking the opportunity to be good. It only takes a moment.
Right.
But we're 22% higher than last year of people on the naughty list.
Yeah.
I can't keep doing this, bro.
Right.
Cool.
And think about it too. He's been doing it for like I think they said like
800 years, 500 years,
453 years, or 543 years, or something crazy.
Yeah, it was some number
half
like
a century.
Yeah,
right. And to think like you see year over year over year over year of just like more people on the naughty list, more people on the naughty list. Society as a whole just going farther and farther away from like selflessness and being, like you said, taking the opportunity to do a good deed or to be good versus
being a dick.
Right. So like, yeah, I don't blame him. Like, I related to that a lot of like, yeah, shit. Like, if I had been doing it for that long, and
you're gradually seeing people get worse and worse.
Yeah.
Christmas is supposed to bring out the best in people,
right,
and it's supposed to set a standard that this is how you can live every day.
Right.
This is what we talked about, like when we watch Black Friday. Like, this is why I hate Black Friday. This is a time for y'all to just be dickheads to anybody.
Right.
That's why I like Cyber Monday.
Right.
I don't have to try to punch somebody in the face because I touched the PS5 before you.
Right.
Right. But the bar that he dropped for me, and again, poignant moment. He said, "We choose every day who we want to be."
Mm-hmm.
Bar. Yeah. Like, I sat back and it's been a while. Like, you know, different movies bring out different feelings for me. Of course, like, best movie of all time, we already talked about Die Hard. Like, makes me want to just get up and do some shit, right? This movie, like, it had a nice seasoning of action, but when it had those opportunities to sell home the point behind this movie, like
that, but also the other best thing is like all the hidden cool things about this. And there's one that we're gonna get to that, like, when I looked it up, it was really like a. We'll get there. I don't want to spoil it just yet
because I want to know what it is too. So we'll get there.
Yeah.
Well, which act is it? The beginning, middle, or the end?
We're coming close up to it about now.
Cool. So one thing or takeaway that I did want a different. This is gonna sound so weird saying it. I didn't like Santa's beard. You know, as a greatly bearded gentleman, and my
you had a bigger beard than him.
Yes, my beard is amazing, right? I would have liked to see a more fuller beard. Oh, this looks weird.
You're gonna hate me for saying it, and not that I think J.K. Simmons would. I think he's a great actor, and I don't think it would be like. But I think about this sometimes too. It's like your money maker is your face.
Your flavor saver.
Yeah. that's this part right here.
That's all this.
But you know, maybe the reason for the not big beard was like to see the face.
I can dig that.
Recognizable, because one, he didn't get a whole lot of screen time in this
at
movie. All. That was another thing I was a little bit bummed about. Like, I wanted to see more of J.K. Simmons as Santa, which is like, I hope they do like another one or something around where you can see more of him in this role.
Yeah, because technically they set it up for a perfect prequel.
Yeah,
him and Krampus.
Yeah.
Like, before there was ever a naughty list, like, it was him and Krampus. Mm-hmm. So that'd be a perfect setup. Even after the conversation of I gotta resign because of everything that's going on in the world. It's time for a cookie. A cookie fixes everything, which I thought was an innuendo for pussy.
But cookies do fix everything. Homemade.
What else fixes everything?
Pussy.
Innuendos. Think, people.
But yeah, no, you take a bite into a nice, fresh out of the oven, but
crisp on the outside, warm, gooey in the middle. Mm-hmm. We call those bone cookies and bone-in cookies.
Yeah, bone-in cookies.
Yeah, we don't do boneless.
Yeah, we do bone-in.
We do bone-in cookies. Yeah. When you bite that bitch, say,
yeah,
them shits.
Yeah.
Cookies are good, but they look like
they look like heavy, dense protein fucking cookies.
They look like crumble cookies.
Yeah, crumble cookies, okay.
Crumble cookies are boneless cookies.
Yeah,
there's no crisp. They're good.
Yeah,
but it's like a cake cookie.
Yeah,
it's a boneless cookie.
No,
I gotta have that.
Mine's gotta be dense.
It looked like a good cookie.
Almost like a brownie.
You want to cook it like that?
That's like the outside is thick and chewy, but the inside is like
gooey.
Yeah,
I can feel that.
Yeah, like think like you get a thick snickerdoodle, right? Where it's got where the outside is higher than the inside, right? It's got that slight dip to it, and the outside is just crunchy or like solid enough that you get that bite. But then, as soon as you right before your teeth touch.
You get that nice little spongy feel.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's what those cookies like to me. They look like big, dense, thick cookies.
So, after our cookie eating, Captain America
Jack O'Malley.
Thank you. Jack O'Malley. He gets the ping.
Yep. The ping happens as he breaks when he says KAVALAME and hits a boom and he like goes light speed ice.
Yeah.
That's when the seismic event happens.
Cool. Where are they going? He sends the information over. I made a very good point of reference though. I said he sends the information over and a team of winter soldiers invade the North Pole. Yeah. Captain America, Winter Soldiers. Yep. It's fucking dope. So The Rock is now taking this time to kind of like go around.
Step back. Okay. He's obviously a white guy. He's Captain America. Yeah. Right? But when he does the yes, he sounds very much like a excited white guy.
Yeah. And then
when the boxer was losing, no. Yeah.
Falls to his knees.
Yeah.
My money. If there was a tall building, he'd jump out of it. Yeah. Because he put $25K on it. Like, one, I'm a better. I'm not
betting 25K.
I'm not betting $25K. Like, $25.
You got a kid. You deserve to be on the naughty list.
Right. You got a kid. You clearly don't do a shit for him.
Right.
So $25K, you apparently lose when he goes down. So The Rock is walking around the North Pole, like taking in sights, seeing everything.
Checking the perimeters.
Couple smirks. Like, I remember this. Where I met my girl at. It's great. Hot chocolate over there. It's cool. So good. And he gets like right beyond where like it's an ice skating rink. He looks up. He's a light flicker. Hey, light out on quadrant 1. Get on it.
Right.
Guy responds back. Yeah, we see it. We're on it. Whole row go out.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on there? No response. Delta, where you at? Gamma, where you at? Who the fuck's got eyes on red?
Facts. Like, and that progressed quickly.
Very quickly. He's like, again, he's been doing this shit for ages. I know when something is afoot.
Right. Ages.
Where's red?
He's been doing it for damn near half a century.
And then I thought it was dope. Mrs. Claus's code name was Partridge. Mm-hmm. Partridge, where you at? When's the last time you seen red? And she was like, he's not in the office. He's not still lifting weights. Somebody get up there. So everybody runs. Now we're in DEFCON 1. Right. The Rock gets up to the top to where they were at. He sees the milk knocked over. Looks out. It's a window open. Or doorway to the balcony open. Looks down and he sees the Bobcat, the Winter Bobcat getting away. To have a place so heavily fortified, you mean to tell me that there was no fucking alarms on the back door?
Facts.
Like,
talk about a plot hole.
Yeah, I was looking like, wait. That don't make no sense.
Nah.
Like,
but also, it's one of those things of like, it's heavily fortified, but is that the reason for the security? It's like, listen, we've been doing this for 500 years. Nobody's ever done this before, to our knowledge, right? So maybe there was no need because you have to be able to get through the force field.
Do you think the president inside the Oval Office ain't got a security thing on
I mean, 100%.
So you mean to tell me that the red one doesn't?
But okay, again, I'm not going to do that. I'm making an assumption, though. Again, if you know beyond a fact in your mind as the security, right, that we'll take the house for an example. Front door's got security and alarm, back door, all the windows, everything. But this door right here, this door doesn't have an alarm because everywhere else has an alarm. You know what I'm saying? Like, to them, they're in the center of the dome. So it's like you have to get through layer after layer after layer after layer. Like, call it 100 layers to get to that building.
Yes.
With the alarm. Right? There's redundancy after redundancy after redundancy.
Yeah.
So part of me can understand why there was no alarm there.
I don't understand it. Again, just as a security... the perfect example for that same example, right? Let's say you had a gun in the house. You have all your layers... Front door's got 15 locks on it. There's a lock in front of the stairs. Opens up to get to the stairs. Thumbprint. All the stuff. Redundancies everywhere. But you know your most prized possession 15 feet away from you in the other room. You know somebody's broken into your house and they're getting past. Your gun is still locked up.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. It wouldn't be locked up like that.
But I'm just saying, but even after all the redundancies, like I know... last level of defense, I'm still going to protect it.
Yeah, of course.
So,
I mean, I get what you're saying.
I get it, devil's advocate, but nah, he's the red one. This is his time to shine.
Facts.
Like, we got to make sure he's safe.
I'm not arguing that there shouldn't have been an alarm. There definitely should have. I'm just saying reasons as to why there may not have been.
Because they're lax.
Or they could have disabled it.
I doubt it.
They got through the.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know, and matter of fact, too, they cut the power to that place. To the level that he was on, right? That was the level he was on.
Yes and no, right? Because you saw the lights go out, but when the Rock ran into the room, the fucking lights are still on.
Fair. Okay.
That could just be continuity.
Yeah.
But
so they get out.
The Rock sees the Bobcat going. Hey, we got to catch him. Like, the red one's got to be on board. Cool. So the winter chase now ensues. Very gripping and I don't want to say action packed, but it was a nice little chase. Like, he's jumping out windows, he's shrinking. You get to see the Van Brace in action for the first time. Mm-hmm. Like he throws the
straight up biting off of Ant-Man.
Yeah, which was dope though.
It was.
He throws the
snowmobile.
Yeah, the snowmobile out. Jumps on it, goes right. Which again, continuity. Just moments prior to the break-in. There's people walking around the town.
Right.
You mean to tell me 2 cars ravaging down the street and nobody got hit?
Right.
No blood anywhere. But I get it. Children's movie or kids movies.
Well, it's also like when you think about like the old school like Batman, right?
Yeah.
You know, like Batman doesn't kill. Batman's killed lots of people.
Yes, he's had to.
Explosions and car chases and like
somebody got hit with the fire behind the Batmobile. Like I was just trying to have a cigarette. Now you dead.
So, fucking no eyebrows.
Right.
Work the next day. Fuck.
What happened to you? Fucking Batman.
Yeah. Car chase on 5th Avenue.
He jumps down like I guess their tubing system.
Yeah.
Jumps down.
It looked like a goddamn roller coaster.
Yeah. Fucking dope. Like I don't know what the purpose of it was for, but it was dope. Mad drones, security drones everywhere. He grabs onto one. Happens to fall on top of the Bobcat. Boom. Opens it up, sees that nobody's inside this motherfucker.
That was my first indication that they weren't actually in there. It was a distraction.
I picked up on a distraction. I'm gonna save it, but I didn't pick up on where he was actually at.
Yeah.
I was like,
they kept showing the little house way too, like the original thing, way too many times. Mm-hmm. And at first I was like, oh, it's nostalgia. It's this first little workshop. But then I was like, there was no reason to show that the second or third time.
And that's where I was, okay. I know where this motherfucker's at.
Because like as soon as they opened it and they saw it was empty and then they tried to look up and see the plane going, I'm like, ain't nobody falling for that. There was no way at that amount of time that he wouldn't have seen them in transition.
Right.
Wasn't nobody on there.
Like, we got, again, all this extra security you would have saw this nigga break past. We got to get him out of this to this.
And first of all, why was he the only one chasing after him?
Yeah. Where was everybody else at? They weren't knocked out at that time. Garcia should have been in. He should have been in the snow.
Fast forward when they're in Krampus's jail and he's talking about how he let everybody down. I was like, you damn sure did. You damn sure did. You supposed to be the leader of the E.L.F. and you letting all these other people just sit on the sidelines and wait. Like, where was the choppers? Where was the force like coming to get Santa? Like,
which also, if you knew that your Van Brace could warp the reality of things, would you have just... where were your weapons?
Facts.
I would have had green army men.
Yeah, but the other thing too, though, is the weapons. Like, if you know that Santa, if your assumption is Santa is in the Bobcat thing or whatever, you ain't gonna shoot at it.
You could.
You're not gonna risk taking him out.
EMP, something that would have helped you.
Okay, but EMP is also gonna take out parts of the North Pole. They got a job to do.
That's fine. He could have delivered gifts with magic. Clearly. You don't think so?
Nah. I think in 2024, there's a little bit less. The magic is the dispersal and getting it out, making it shrink and grow. But that could also be science.
It's magic.
But, well, magic is just science that's unexplained.
Magic is real.
Yeah, magic is things that cannot be physically explained in
you can
terminology that can be understood.
You can explain magic.
You can explain science.
Sometimes.
Exactly.
Not all the time.
When you can't, that's where the magic.
Nah. I just think he should have had more than just a snowmobile in his magic
I'm not disagreeing with you.
I'd have had the Green Army Man. I'd have put somebody on the floor with me.
Yeah.
Like something. Rocket launcher, Green Army Man, a Rubik's Cube, something that would have stopped you.
What the fuck is a Rubik's Cube gonna do?
It's blocks. Lego something. Make it super big, put it in front of
Rubik's Cube, the thing that you...
Yeah.
What weapon is that gonna be?
Every time you drive, another piece moves. Something would have helped other than the snowmobile. That's what I'm saying.
Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's Cubes, Legos.
Rubik's Cube is crazy.
Fucking lava lamp, something.
Legos, yes, I'll give you that. But Rubik's Cube, that's
Rubik's
baffling.
Cube would have worked perfect.
Baffling.
Put a big ass Monopoly board out.
You know, we kind of... No, we're not there yet. Okay, keep going.
Okay. So, again, we find out that the Bobcat was remote controlled.
Yep.
We now meet Lucy Liu with the agency.
Who still looks bad, by the way.
I was about to say, bro, like, Lucy Liu still got it.
She looked like damn near like she did in Kill Bill.
She didn't age, man.
No, she don't.
And she got to have black in her. Because black don't crack.
I think, well, and Asians are just the same.
They got the ancient
look
Chinese
Look
secret.
at Michelle Yeoh, still looking young as fuck in their 70s.
Have you seen Everything All at Once?
Everything Everywhere All at Once? Yes. Great movie.
We'll talk about that later too. But it was Lucy Liu like the director of an agency that was between Our World and
Mora,
E.L.F?
yeah.
She was.
Yeah, she was I'm assuming the head of Mora. Mythological oversight.
She was the director. Yeah. But was she headquartered in the North Pole, or was she like?
Oh no, I don't think she was headquartered in the North Pole. I don't think they were headquartered in the North Pole. I think the E.L.F. is in control of the North Pole. Like that's his security force.
Because I was looking like, I wonder, like, because they called the director. I was like, if she is
worldwide.
Okay, I was like, because if she is subset of like the CIA or something, like she's the director.
Yeah,
and then it just made me think, but that makes sense.
I mean, well, think about how many government agencies there are out there now that aren't talked about and known.
That's
true.
What
I'm saying
that's very true.
There's probably, deep state,
but
Mythological Oversight and Restoration Authority. That they showed like obviously the Headless Horseman.
Headless Horseman was fucking fire.
That was fire. But that made me think. I'm like, okay, well, is there like the Easter Bunny? Is the Easter Bunny real?
Yeah.
What Jack Frost? Like what other things we got out there?
They have so much lore that you can jump into.
Yeah. I would love to see either a show or some type of spin-off movie where it just shows like her and Mora.
And Mora, yeah.
Just doing jobs and like.
And what would have been dope about that too, like it was a missed opportunity for them. Like, cause when she was talking to the trolls, it should have been a treasure troll.
Yeah.
Old school 80s, 90s treasure troll.
Yeah.
That'd have been fucking dope.
That'd have been dope.
Good ass callback. But hey, we've kind of pinpointed everything down. This nigga's name is the Wolf.
Yeah.
So cut back to Jack O'Malley. Jack O'Malley.
Now you got me questioning. Hold on.
This nigga's a bum laying in a bathtub.
Jack O'Malley, yeah.
Laying in a bathtub with pizza on his chest.
Facts.
And it won't even like thick crust pizza. It was like cracker crust. Yeah. Just laying on his chest in the bathtub.
It was a cracker.
Double entendre. Phone goes off. Hey, what do you want? Like, nigga, I'm at work.
Go get your son.
My new husband he's busy. Your son needs to get picked up. He had an incident at school. Whatever, fine. I get up and get my son. Cool. So he gets to the school.
Driving like a madman.
Yeah. Efficiently driving.
He was driving like a madman.
He was efficiently driving.
With a kid in the car.
Efficiency. Hey, you want a churro? Fuck yeah, I want a churro, Pops. You know how good churros are?
Churros are great.
Fucking love churros. I get two. I said I didn't want one. Yeah, they're for me. Asshole. Right, so gets down, gets churros. Got itch. I'm dying. We're going to cut that. I don't know what just happened.
Choking on that dude.
Ghost dick. Excuse me.
Bloopers, outtakes.
Yep. Cool. So, what happened? Like, I really care. Pull up. He's about to pull up at the house, and he's like, essentially, I'm digging this girl. I didn't want to go to this class. I went inside, altered the attendance records. One of my dudes caught wind of it. He wanted to skip, but he didn't want to skip to be with me. He wanted to skip to be with the short I like.
Right.
So when I found that out, I went back and added more absences to him, and he ratted everybody out.
Snitch.
So, and that slashes tires on his bike.
Rightly so.
Yeah. Pops was more disappointed that, not that you did it, he was disappointed in how you did it.
Right.
Like, don't trust anybody.
Facts.
So at this point, you could tell that even with O'Malley, Dylan was his name.
Yeah,
even
Dylan.
with Dylan, Jack still doesn't trust anybody. Still has a very, I can't remember the word, but a very cynical way of looking at life, his interactions with people, even his son.
Right.
Like, hey, Dad, no, it's not that important, but, I got this thing coming up. Yeah, it's lame. You ain't got to come, but I'm going.
Yeah, that's parent code. That's kid code word for, like, I want you to come.
I want you to be there.
Right.
I kept calling him, it was his ex-wife. Apparently it wasn't his wife.
Right.
His baby mama.
Yeah.
So, hey, I talked to him. He wants you around more. Well, the nigga didn't say that.
Right.
Like, he wants you around more. Start coming around more. Be with your son like he wants to spend more time with you. Well, he should have said that. So, we go back down. O'Malley is now going back to his apartment. And spy movie etiquette, he starts looking around. He's seeing, like, construction workers looking at him, then turning around real quick.
Yep.
Something's going on. So he walks up the stairs, and what I thought was funny, but also just, it wasn't well placed. Like, why would a construction worker just start walking downstairs in your apartment? It looked bad weird. So he looks under the door, he looks down, and he sees the shadow.
Yep.
Cool. Shit. You supposed to be a E.L.F. agent. You got thrown through a fucking door.
Yeah. Thrown through a door.
You got hit in the face with keys first.
Yeah, keys. Got one dude gets slammed through a coffee table. Like, I don't know where his training happened, but that was like one of the parts of the movie where I was like,
yeah.
What?
Like, he's more than just a hacker.
Yeah.
Scott has the kind of training, and then
it's one thing where I hate movies that just like try to let your imagination. It's like, I want to know how this motherfucker's doing that, because you showed him sitting in front of a computer with code and doing all this hacker stuff. That's not equate to I can whoop ass to trained.
I can throw punches, right?
Right. So at the very least, it's like when the trolls are talking about like his dossier, and it's like, oh, he's this, and this got this training. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, cool. That answers that.
Yeah, he's 30. Question. He's 36 right now, but 20 years ago, he was actually in the military.
Right.
He knows what he's doing.
Right.
So
something.
They could have gave us something with that. Whips ass all throughout that apartment. Their trigger discipline, because I had to go back and watch it a few times. That one scene, like the whole interaction of the fight, that wasn't a taser.
No, this is This is my part. This is the part where I went and. Do you know what they're called? The guns. She
said it. Lucy said it.
Yes, it's called an acquiescer.
Acquiescer.
Do you know what to acquiesce means?
No.
To acquiesce means to accept, agree, or comply passively and without protest.
Damn.
So you're getting acquiesced. You're forcibly getting told what to do.
You're getting shut down.
Yeah. But that is the most diabolical name for an item.
We need something like when it was happening, right? I was like, there's got to be some good ass sleep.
I know, because he came too drunk and hung over.
Like they shut. Yeah. Like he hit the first dude with it, and he just shut down.
No, I don't think you grasp the name.
I do. I get it.
Passively. There's nothing passive about it.
It was
They're forcing. No, the gun is forcing you to comply.
It forces you into passiveness. It forces you into passiveness.
But that's not what to acquiesce. To acquiesce is to willingly comply. You're not. There's nothing willing about it.
After it hits its woman, you can't fight it. But like, you would think, or I would assume that it was like not just putting it to your skin like a stun gun. I got to push something to cause it to happen.
Yeah, there's a trigger.
Why were y'all's trigger discipline so bad? Again, to be
how
well trained.
Is he even doing this to you?
Getting folded.
Right.
Folded like an omelet.
Folded is the word because he folded them.
And then got away like Ezio from Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
Out the window, slid down the pole, thought he was home free. And apparently, again, the director, Lucy Liu, super fucking smart, knew where you were going.
Yep.
Like, I know he's going to end up right here.
It's like,
hey, Jack, bang,
got him.
Done. This nigga woke up. The fuck?
Yeah. Shut your whole nervous system down.
Shut down.
Zapped.
Like, again, it's got to be really good sleep. But, again, now we're getting to...
Or is it like death? Because, like, you...
I don't think so. It just shut you down. Because if it was like death, his body would have whole dropped.
Yeah, true. He stood.
Yeah. Okay. So...
It's magic shit is what that is.
Headquarters of Mora.
Was it the headquarters of Mora, or was it just a black site? Did they say headquarters?
They didn't say headquarters.
Yeah. I would assume it was because it's close to where he is, so it's got to be just like
had to be. So it was called a black site. Mora again. This movie felt so MCU-ish.
Yeah, it did have a like the vibe that I got watching it was very much like watching the first Avengers.
Yeah,
like
Mora was really S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
So they
would they be S.H.I.E.L.D. or would they be Sword?
They be S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay.
Yeah. Strategic Homeland
Defense Enforcement Investigation and Logistics Division.
Yeah, they're S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, something like that.
Lucy Liu was Nick Fury.
No, Strategic Homeland Enforcement Intervention and Logistics Division.
I thought it was S.H.I.E.L.D.
Strategic Homeland
Enforcement is an E. Is S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D. or E.I.L.D.?
I think it's I.E.L.D. I before E except after C. So it's I before E.
S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, nigga. Enforcement is an I.
That's what I said. Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement and Logistics Division.
You said Enforcement Intervention.
No, I didn't.
We gonna roll that back.
Whatever.
So, again, this is where you mean like, here's what we do at more. Here's what it is. It's like mythological. You mean like the Loch Ness Monster? And then first the nigga you see is Headless Horseman.
Yeah, facts.
You see the horse.
Yeah, and he was like,
Headless Horseman. And then you see his head, the pumpkin head. So again, as its own
he's
standalone,
not giving us anything,
right? As its own standalone story, that would be super fucking dope to go deeper.
I just want to see them capturing all the creatures because he's like, we're just going after the usual suspects. I'm like, oh,
who are those usual suspects?
Obviously, the Headless Horseman. Who else is evil enough that would be going? And first of all, if that's one of them, they didn't think about the Christmas witch,
right? And we're gonna pause where we're at because we haven't found out who Grilla is yet.
Don't say her name.
Christmas is already over. We good. Which that comes up to when she was so. Did you ever watch Sabrina Teenage Witch on Netflix?
Yeah.
That was her.
Shipka? Yeah, I know. Kiernan Shipka. Yeah.
Yeah, super fucking dope.
It was.
She was, up until you find out who she is when they get to the beach, she was such an unsuspecting villain.
Mm-hmm. Until they said her name, and she was like...
In my mind, she was definitely on the levels of fucking Hans Gruber.
Yeah.
She had the shit.
She had that imposing, like... menacing,
small, teeny white girl,
unsuspecting.
Yeah, and then as soon as you say my name, bitch.
Yeah, I'm that.
The Seaman.
I'm that bitch.
Yeah, long hair, blue eyes, bitch. I'm coming for your ass. Right. Yeah. Like that shit was dope. I like how they did that shit.
I'm that bitch. Been that bitch.
So back to where we're at. So they're trying to interrogate Jack O'Malley. O'Malley. Is this him? The Rock comes down hard as a bitch. Pause. Hey,
you telling me this is a level 4 nut? You think that's funny? This is funny to you?
Level 4? Fucking me like
no. Go back.
The naughty list.
Yeah. What does he say? Hold on.
He said, we're gonna have to do this thing. He's on the list. I'm not on anyone's list.
He's like, wait, don't mean?
Do you mean the naughty list? A level 4 naughty lister.
Yeah. Level 4 naughty lister. That's funny to you? There was so many good moments like that where they played off each other well too. But like, yeah, the interaction between him, that's the interaction between him and Garcia that made Garcia my favorite.
Yeah. Garcia went with the shit. No. He was like, nigga, you got my balls. Bear hug.
Yeah, bear hug. Yeah, facts.
And then the discourse, dismembering this shit bag would feel good, but it won't help.
Yeah.
I'm right here. Shut up.
They always know something. Sometimes you just got to shake it out of them.
Yeah. Like, again, the setup of how they interacted, the mythological associations acting and interacting with each other, and then including Jack O'Malley played really well off of each other. So, again, that's for me, it comes up later when we get towards it. And it made the story and the world more believable. Yeah. Because it's like, I'm immortal. At this point now, I know you guys are. I don't have super strength, nigga. I'm just a good-looking pickpocketing guy.
Right.
So you can see the different levels of we could dismember you, pull you limb from limb, but for what?
Right, for what? Just a regular guy.
Yeah, we can get with one out you.
And the fact too that Garcia is a polar bear, which is like the most lethal of the bears.
Is it? Yeah. Polar bear is more lethal than a not a black bear?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I thought black bears were the
black bears are like fucking like
because black bears are more vicious than grizzlies.
Yeah, maybe, but compared to a polar bear, they're like fucking Care Bears.
Interesting. Okay. So we're finding out where the man
also
is.
Because polar bears are just straight carnivores. Every other bear is omnivores.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
Because you think about where polar bears live, they ain't got
no shrubbery, no leaves,
some seals and some
penguins,
penguins and seals,
motherfucking happy feet,
happy feet.
So, I left my data thing. I could track back to where it is. Whoever it is, they're somewhere in Aruba.
Right.
All right, cool. You're not going alone. Like, well, I work alone. That shit's just not gonna happen, brother. So we fast forward. They jump through one of their tunnels.
Yep.
And they're now in a toy store.
Yep.
One part I had an issue. Well, one's a continuity thing. One's actually a real issue I had with this part. You have a gigantic bald guy walking through this taking toys. Nobody's noticing.
Yeah.
Hey, grab some of the conventional. We're gonna need it. Grabs Hot Wheels. Cool. So they get outside. How the hell did we get here? Like, this is where it explains that I don't want to call it janitor's closet, but storeroom closet. Yeah. Storeroom.
All the toy store storeroom closets are linked.
Yeah. It's our tunnel system all over the world.
Yeah, I didn't even write down it was like NL. I thought it, after I realized it didn't like spell something like E.L.F, I was like, I'm not gonna remember that shit.
And the acronyms in this movie were great.
Yeah.
So
except for that one.
Yeah.
It was like National Storeroom Toy Tunnel. What it was like NTLF. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Fuck this. Doesn't make sense. So,
I hate acronyms.
It's not a word. It's letters with dots. So, he throws down what originally I thought it was a McLaren. It was built like a McLaren P1.
Corvette.
It was Corvette
Z06.
Yeah, Z51.
Z51?
Yeah. So throws it down, blows it up. I don't think The Rock in real life can fit inside of one of them.
Hell no.
Did you notice that with that car they never showed him getting in or out of it?
Didn't.
So,
but it was one of my favorites. No, it doesn't work on everything. No, you can't try it. No, you can't drive. No more questions. Now get in.
So,
and then the running joke of that after is like every time they're in a toy store, do you have any Wonder Woman toys?
Yeah. And that
it doesn't work like that.
That came up later. That's how he figured out he wasn't a shapeshifter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I skipped one of my favorite parts of the movie, like when they were just about to leave, and Garcia was like,
"Oh yeah," he's like, "I'm watching you, motherfucker."
Fucking love Garcia.
Yeah,
yo.
Garcia was the best.
So they beeline down. They get to the beach. This is where he explains what E.L.F. stands for. Like, what does that even stand for? Where was
As
that?
far as you're concerned, it stands for extremely large and formidable.
Yeah. He was like, so you're like a bodyguard for Santa Claus.
You know, he has a line like that in almost every one of his movies.
Who?
The Rock. Baywatch.
I love that movie.
I was born of the sea. I eat fire coral and I piss salt water. Fast and Furious. I'm what you call an ice cold can of whoop ass. And there's like a bunch of other quotes where he's basically just talking about how large and formidable he is. It's great.
I'd rather go back and peep that, yo.
I wonder if it's like in his contract, you know, like where he's gotta like have something like that, or maybe he's just something he comes up with for each role. I don't know. But
it's his production company.
Most of his movies,
and in most of his movies, especially now, like he EPs them too.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. I forgot one small but meaningful scene towards the overall arc of the movie. As they're driving to the beach in Aruba, it cuts back to Santa in the little thing.
Like draining his powers.
Yeah. Again, you don't know who the unsuspecting girl is at this point. But she says, she shows him a book. At that point, I was like, what the fuck is she showing him? Like, the book was a naughty list.
Yeah.
I don't get what.
My first thought when I saw it, I was like, "What's this, Death Note?"
I was like, "Why does Santa have a black book?" Like, right? I was like, "Okay." So he got his little.
Does Miss Claus know about this?
She shows him the book and she says, "The world is upset because they have nothing to fear." A bar, but then the nigga in me kicked in. I was like. Clearly, she doesn't go to any black areas. She doesn't know about the hoods, the boroughs, the traps, or the avenues.
Facts.
Because, nigga, we have something to fear. So,
the police?
Right. Motherfucking whoop whoop. 5-0. So, we get back. They're on the beach. You got to learn how to relax. He takes the pina colada from the girl. Yeah, you're clearly no fun. I know fun. I've been the funnest Christmas rapper for the last 183 years running. So, my job, I know how to bring out the worst. Well, I can see the worst in people. Where was that? Past that. He has a list the size of Rhode Island. He reads it. He reads and checks the list. He reads the list and checks it twice. If you even tried that, it would take you at least a decade. So he's on a mission, and what's his mission? To spread cheer, asshole.
Oh yeah, what's his mission? To spread cheer, asshole. And I'm just like,
so now back to where we were. I see the worst in everyone, and it's my gift. I can see a person's worst qualities, like the married man sitting there that's not his wife, because you can see the tan line where his ring was. These two guys arguing. This one's about to get screwed over, and that's why he's laughing so loud. So, I could tell something's up with this guy because nobody else on the beach besides us is wearing shoes.
That means we're here, and we're working.
Something's up. We're working.
Yeah.
So, Carmelian, death mercs.
Armenian?
No,
Carmenian?
He said Carmenian.
Yeah, Carmenian.
Carmenian death works.
Mercs.
I say works. Mercs. That hand tattoo was fire.
Yeah.
If I already didn't have tattoos in my hand, I probably would get one. So, you don't want to mess with these guys. Like, did you hear Carmanian death mercs?
Yeah.
Like, I can handle this.
Yeah.
So he walks up. Of course, this is the sub boss battle. Gets surrounded by the guys. He fucks these guys up. So Nike, see what I can really do. Click them heels.
He swung that one dude like the Hulk did Loki.
Yeah. So could you imagine somebody going from small to big, but as they're rising, their foot's cocking back to kick you in the nuts?
Yeah. So, or the fact when he went small to big and uppercutted homeboy.
Should have went flying. So
I'm surprised. I'm just curious how many bones get broken when you're being shaken like a ragdoll like that and smacking bodies with it.
And then sand is dense.
Oh yeah,
hitting sand with your body
with any amount of force is gonna hurt. It's like hitting concrete.
You know how crazy it is to beat a nigga with another nigga.
Yeah. Like, to be able to have that kind of strength would be awesome.
Goes down. So, Nick Kroll, small role, fucking hilarious. Yeah, it's my guy. So
just chill. We'll talk to these guys. We're gonna go get some boba.
I got bitches that want boba, bitch. So, hey, I know who you are. Like, I know that yesterday you received some information.
Like, are you fucking crazy?
Like, how do you know that? Because I was the one that sent you the information. So
you're dead.
Everything that's happening, I can't say her name. Like, write it in the sand. It spells it out. Gryla. Gryla. Shh. Nigga, we just said we can't say her name. Why are you saying her name? White antics in this movie. But again, plot device.
I was gonna say, it's plot advancing.
I'm about to say, don't say it.
It's a movie.
Plot device. So the possession happens. My man hits the Michael Jackson lean.
Yeah.
Why did she do that to him? It's crazy. So they have their discourse of, I'm here because I'm going to do away with all the bad in the world. Like, she said something. She was explaining what gets people on the naughty list, which I thought was crazy. She said getting on the naughty list could be as something as simple as jaywalking or being late. He was like, that's almost everybody. No, nigga, that's the whole world. Right. I can't, like, I drive everywhere now, but I can't tell you when I was a kid because I've jaywalked. I don't give a fuck. But on being rude, nigga, like, everything bad that you do, you're on the shit. Like, unless you're a nun.
If Santa really took everything that you do into account, nobody would be on the nice list.
Yeah, and
you have to be damn near saints to be on the nice
fucking
list.
Nuns. But that was the thing that
Grilla?
Grilla. Yeah, because it's spelled Grilla, but Grilla. Yeah, they can say Grilla.
It's got one of them little things over the Y, I think.
Yeah, accent. Yeah, accent.
Which one? The left one?
It's like that.
There's one that goes like this. There's one that goes like that. Yeah. There's the convex.
The one that goes right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. For it to be a Christmas, let him go, witch. He was about to say bitch.
Yeah, he was about to say bitch.
Which I thought was also funny because you know what language cap, you know what turns a movie into rated R? You can't say fuck. So after the possession,
I feel like you can. So there's. We should look this up, but I believe there is one. Like, there's a limit of how many fucks you can get before it becomes R, and I think it's like one.
It's one, but I think when there's language and violence, you can't say fuck.
Okay.
So what in the actual fuck? And it cut the screen. She cut the screen off on him.
Okay.
So
I remember that now.
This is where the boss fight happens. So again, this is what I don't like about people in movies like that. You see Sweet Tooth driving his car out of the water. Why are there people still standing around?
They're white.
I see a ice cream truck driving out of an ocean. Fucking gone.
Facts.
Gone. The moment I'm in Aruba and it's sunny and I'm enjoying a drink, and then winter comes to Aruba, I'm leaving immediately.
Bye. Grab the kids, grab your wife.
We're out here.
Out.
So
deuces.
Snowmen jump out the back of the ice cream truck. Boss fight. This fight sequence is so fucking dope.
Yeah, it was.
Like, he pulls a ice shuriken from his back, throws it, hits the guy, freezes him. Mm-hmm. In my mind, I was like, oh, these niggas are killing people.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll dethaw. Or you'll thaw. You'll defrost.
You hope.
No, because remember, we'll get to that part in literally 1 second. So, fight scene ensues. And literally, even with The Rock's strength and slapping one of the snowmen with the beach chair,
nothing happens.
Cuts him in half, jumps right back on his own legs, right back at it. Jack
O'Malley.
I'm about to say McConnelly. Jack O'Malley. I'm just call him Captain America. Captain America hits the bar. They get to fight, and he puts one of the snowmen on a grill.
Yep.
Starts melting his shit down.
But then he flips.
Turns his head, moves his nose back. I'm built right back up. So there looks like there's no way to defeat these motherfuckers, right? So
coolest concept.
Agreed. Rock goes small, runs between his legs, jumps his back, starts tagging him, throws him through the bar, hits the makes him big again. This shit sounds so weird. He goes from small to big. And his name's The Rock. So,
it's Rock and Pebble.
I have a joke about that. It's so funny you said that. So I can't wait to get to that joke. So Nick Kroll is standing by as all this shit is happening instead of running, hauling ass.
Yeah.
Snowman pops up, tries to swing at him.
I'd have been out,
haul assing down that beach, down that resort, gone. He falls, and what I thought was funny when he swings the scythe at him, I'm gonna post a picture because I laughed so hard at the part. Like I took a picture of it. Like he swung and hit it between his legs. The way he did the almost brought a tear to my eye. How funny that shit was.
That was hilarious.
So fight. The Rock figures out like pull the nose out. I got that Achilles heel. So Nick Kroll gets froze, unfortunately. That same one that just froze Nick Kroll. What I keep wanting to call him Captain America, yo. Jack O'Malley. Yep. Jack O'Malley.
Just call him Jack.
Jack Frost. Jack. Okay, Jack. So he's running across the pool. Freezes. His leg gets caught.
Yep.
About to get murked, iced, whatever you want to call him. Whoop! Snatches the nose out. Got to take the nose out.
Yeah, you just got to take the carrot.
So how do I get my leg out? You'll figure it out.
Yeah, left. You'll figure it out. He's like, fuck you.
How the fuck did he get his foot out this shit?
I don't know. It melted probably.
So the part, our one lead that we had that could tell us tell us where to find him. By the time he thaws out, he won't remember anything.
Yeah.
So you'll eventually defrost.
Okay.
But
maybe memory wiped or something.
Yeah, it takes a while. So, how do we figure out what's going on or where we can go from here? He calls it a UMD.
Unauthorized magic something.
Deployment of magic, UDM.
Yeah.
Yeah, unauthorized deployment of magic, and they pinpoint one down to Germany.
Yep.
As soon as they said Germany, I was like, it's Krampus.
Yep. Krampusnacht.
Which was hilarious. So
slapped the shit out of it.
myself.
When he put his hand on the side of his face the moment I feel your palm covers the whole side of my face, I quit. I'm not coming back from this.
But there was a toss back so you remember in Die Hard when he was like, "Hey Hans, spaghetti talk."
Yeah.
As soon as I said Germany and I said Krampus, my mind said spaghetti talk.
Yeah, spaghetti talk.
So they figure out like, hey, we got to go to Germany. We got to go. Well, we're not allowed in there. Like part of the truce.
Yeah.
We can't. We're not allowed, and he doesn't come out.
He's like, but I can't.
Yeah, like I can get through the shit, right? So they're on their way back to the toy shop, and that's when he's like, "Hey, you got any Wonder Woman toys?" Doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that.
So they go through their portal.
You can't say you would have thought the same thing.
Nigga, I seen Weird Science. Yeah. I absolutely thought the same thing. So, as they're walking through, like they now end up in the frostbitten territories of Germany. They're finally explaining everything. The baby mom, and Jack get into it. This part again, it just lets you see that he's an unattuned father, but he also misread the words and needs of his kid. Again,
because he hasn't been part of his life, so he doesn't know.
I just pop in,
right,
like when you need something, but I'm not.
But not when he needs something. When baby mama tells him he needs something,
because he made a point. He was like, "I've been his father. I've never been his dad."
Yeah.
Again, it's a bar.
Yeah.
There's certain portions of the movie that.
See, I like it the opposite. I say you can be a dad, but
you can't be a father.
Right. Father is like the
nurturer, the one that helps your upbringing and gets you. The dad is just like, I gave birth to you. Yeah.
I nutted in your mom, and then
it's not BF, it's BD. It's a baby daddy, not a baby father. Like the father is so good shit.
Yeah, dad bod versus father figure.
I like that. Is that a shirt? Is that on a shirt?
No, I saw it somewhere. I didn't make that up. Oh. That wasn't my bar. I've seen that somewhere. I'm not gonna.
It's a guy on Instagram. Fit Dad CEO.
I think yeah.
Black dude tells dad jokes.
Yeah.
I think that's where I've seen it at. I hate when my iPad does this. There we go. Yeah, I'm a father, but I've never been his dad. They're in the truck ride over because when they get to Germany, The Rock now grabs the truck instead of letting Chris Evans do it. Chris Evans, that's the real name. Jack do it. So on their car ride over and through Germany, he's telling them like all of his backstory and everything. He says, I feel that what's best for my son is if I just steer clear for him.
Wrong.
Again, arguable, which is a poignant moment. And I think for me, the reason why that line meant a lot to me, because as a new father, I felt like that before. Like, I battle with depression. Like, so when we get into a conversation of when I'm down on myself, I'm having one of those moments, it hits me and it's like, what am I really bringing to my child's life?
Your presence.
I wasn't thinking like that at the time, though. Like, especially like within like the first 6 months of her life.
Right.
I didn't go immediately out on paternity leave. Like I was at work.
Right.
And I had those moments where I'm like, what am I really doing for my, like, I still have that burn of, whew, I'm a father. Like it's invigorating. But then it's like, as a day's going by, it's like, what am I really bringing to, I'm going to ruin my daughter's life. Nah. And I think for a lot of men, like, I think that's where that door from boyhood to manhood really is prevalent, because when you can decide or finally figure that logic out of your presence is the gift towards your child. Being there is the gift towards your child.
You got to be there to show her the type of man she should look for.
Yeah. And I think that's the piece. Like, of course, I think his attitude is different because he has a son.
Well, but I think the overall point is, like, from a son, it's you're showing him what type of man to be.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Right.
And you're not showing your son how to be a man.
Right. And so I agree with where you say arguable from the standpoint of, like, he's basically a fucking criminal.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah.
Literally.
Maybe you're not the best, but at the same time, you could not show that part and still be a good role model, in a sense of, like, it'd be a lie, but, like.
But I think that parts of behind the mask, like the criminality of it, will have to at some point start bleeding into your life. And I think that fear is what kept him away from his son.
100%.
It was, I don't want to fuck my child up with my life and the things that I have going on.
Right.
Again, this movie had bars.
Yeah, it was great story, great
writing. Like, it was really fucking gripping. Anyway, so whew, almost had a tear on that one. So we get a little bit of backstory on Krampus. Krampus and Santa, it's his adoptive brother, which, okay. It was them in the beginning, delivering gifts towards everybody that was a good child, or good-hearted.
Good-hearted.
Santa found out that Krampus was making and keeping a list of people that were bad.
Or naughty.
Naughty is the word.
Naughty.
Found the list, got furious, kept the list from him, and, hey, you can't do this anymore because I don't want it to be separated by a naughty and nice list. It's not the way I want to run this.
Right.
So that's where their rift happened. That's where he met Grilla. I forget. Grilla. That's where
the Christmas witch.
Christmas bitch.
The Christmas bitch.
That's where Krampus and her got together, and they were together running over the Netherlands for years to come.
10,000 years or some shit.
Yeah. So, hey, before we go in here, don't touch anything. right? There are things that are not of the natural world, and you're a human, you're weak. Yeah, so
basically.
Which, again, religiously was also a bar. You're weak. Your flesh is weak. You're going to succumb to the needs of the flesh, not of the spirit. The Christmas spirit, right? So bar. You walk in there, they let the chicken off the leash for the hellhounds.
Ellen.
The name of the chicken was Ellen?
Yeah.
Oh, I never caught the name.
Come on, Ellen. Yeah.
So
Ellen was a savage, still alive.
Right.
Survived outrunning the
2 hellhounds.
Hellhounds, yeah.
So they get to essentially the door to Krampus's lair, and he sees a chest. They weren't just regular gold coins; those were doubloons. So he takes one, and then the he cha cha. Everybody comes out. Hey, we got you. You're thieves. Like, hey, I'm not a thief. Like, no, nigga, you're a thief. Go in his pocket. Found his go. What do you expect me to do?
Yeah.
Like, again, it jumped right back. Now they're in prison. So it goes back to the poignant moment where The Rock's having a conversation with them. Everybody has a choice.
Everything is a choice.
You chose to take the gold coin and stop our mission of getting Santa back so we can get gifts to every kid in the world in less than 17 hours.
Right.
You chose to put yourself above every other human being. Bar.
Yeah.
And
great message in the movie.
Also, as he's explaining these things to Jack, I also felt like he had a awakening moment in himself.
Well, because I think what turned for him was where he's like, oh, you're just, you were against me from the beginning or whatever, and he was like, I never had any expectations of you.
Yeah.
That moment for him,
you can't disappoint me if I never had any expectations of you.
Right. He's like, because from the beginning, I didn't expect much from you.
Yeah. Bar.
Yeah.
So again, this movie is filled with these shits, yo. So we now get the Krampusschlaf. Which is basically a slap tournament with Krampus, hosted by Dana White.
That would have been funny if he was in there.
That would have been the piece I needed.
Yeah. The what do you call that? The what do they call that when like someone's in the like the not callback but like the when someone from not the
movie world is in the world.
Yeah, but like it's a I can't think of the word that's going to come to me.
Yeah, we'll Google it later. So the first dude, Krampus slapped the nigga so hard he slammed him to a wall.
Yeah.
Again, similar to how Carl went flying into the brick wall and died hard. So I don't think he was knocked out.
No, he did.
He's dead. He dead. So Krampus and
or he could just be knocked out because they're probably all immortal beings. Maybe.
You think so?
Maybe. It's a mythological world, like
right. But remember, one of the rules was the loser is the person who gets knocked out or dies first.
Right. It dies. Okay. Well, I would. So I imagine that like most like immortal worlds like this is like you don't die from aging, but you can still die. Right. Like there are mortal wounds that can kill you. Like
get your neck broke.
Right.
Solid Snake style.
Right.
So
or decapitated. I don't know.
Because that kills Highlanders.
Yeah.
So, the discourse between Cal and Krampus happens. Like, what it really is, you thought it was me.
Right.
Because, me and her have a relationship, nigga.
Right.
I can tell you one thing. Santa's not here.
Right.
Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah.
So.
It's like, no, but y'all never leaving.
Yeah, like, y'all done for. We're in this. So, you're just like me. I'm a betting man. You're a betting man, too. Krampusschlaf time.
Like, no. So back up because this was my favorite part about the trope was like he's like basically he's like yeah. O'Malley was saying he's like my homeboy here said he could take you.
Yeah, he slapped shit out. You ain't beating him.
I like that part, but I was also like, that's not very original.
You don't think so?
No, there's been other movies where it's like,
but I think you're right, because that's the trope. That was the plan.
The trope, yeah.
It's like, but it's a callback to literally the next scene after this, and you could have chose to leave.
Yeah, right. But before we get there, because he slapped
the shit and that was the funny part
when
too.
He lined it up, and you just saw his whole. Even The Rock's face was like, "What the fuck?"
And he was like, "You go first." So The Rock's lining his face up, and he's looking at him like, what would have been fun is if he was lining his face and he kissed his hand. So he's lining the slap up. And
that probably gets you slapped harder.
Right. At least when the first dude against Krampus slapped Krampus, like Krampus' face didn't even move.
No.
So at least with The Rock's strength without the van brace, he got the head. Ooh, yes. Interesting.
Yeah.
Right? So Krampus slaps the shit out of The Rock.
His face was red.
Yeah. And
his face was fully red. Like, you saw the handprint, it was a bright red.
And what was funny, or what was really funny to me about the part when The Rock finally got up and he lined his hand back up, he was like, "Oh my God."
Well, when he goes to pick up the okay, he's like, I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this. Like,
why?
The Rock's voice completely, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
So, trust me. And when he went to cock his hand back, he got it, put the van brace back on him. Bow! Slaps the shit right. He slaps Crump. He don't slap shit out of him.
No, he slapped him.
Yeah, he slapped him. He slapped shit out of him. Nah. He puts him down.
It's a winter demigod. He ain't slapping the shit out of Crump.
Right. So now the fight ensues, which is, again, very memorable
the rock
part.
Sock'em robots.
Nigga. I wanted one
Cover
of
us.
Shits
I was like, yo.
Oh, hit the mic. I wanted one of them shits so bad when I was a kid, Joe.
I was a little sad that they were
destroyed the way they did. Krampus literally plucks the head off one.
Pink. I mean, that is their weak spot, though, is the head.
Knock the head off. Yeah, I wanted one of these motherfuckers so bad. But
they was giving it to him, though, before they got blown up.
Yeah. He was those other
whatever, the demons.
Yeah.
Whatever, Christmas demons.
They was catching it.
Yeah. They was
catching it bad. So, when they were outside, they got Ellen, the chicken, back, got outside the gate, which, of course, for the parts of the treaty, they couldn't exit the gate.
Right.
So, I wonder why, when he was like, yeah, because I'm a class 4, it's level 4.
Yeah, level 4.
Why did he correct him?
Because he's about the rules.
Or does class 4 mean something else?
Maybe. Or maybe that's just not the thing. Like, think about it from his perspective. You know that there's levels, obviously. Level 4.
To the shit.
So he's just saying it's not. It's like, motherfucker, it's not class 4. It's level 4. I said level 4, not class 4. You know.
Yeah.
That's.
So he corrected him.
I didn't think too into that as far as like, could it be something else or something different?
I did.
Okay.
But then that goes into, we got our plan. Let's go save Christmas. Let's go. Let's go save your guy. You got to say it. Yeah. Just say it.
We're not doing it unless you say it.
Yeah. Let's go save Christmas. No. That say it the right way. All right. Let's go save Christmas. So, hop back in the truck.
Petty and me would have been like, I guess we're not going then.
Yeah. Fuck. Well, Petty.
I'm a level 4.
Think about yourself.
Right.
That's what you're doing.
I'm a level 4.
So they hop back in the truck. I don't even know what makes the balloons go off. But they hop back in the truck. Now, although I said I'm a Dodge man, I'd have ran that piano the fuck over. Like that truck, that Chevy truck would have gone.
Yeah.
Sugar Plum Fairy. Again, Jack let his whiteness come out because you just saw a random something in the street, on the road, not even the street. You saw it there, and it stopped the car, move out the way.
That's some Kakui shit.
Let's get out. And then when you get out,
swerve.
Right, you get out, and then, oh, there's a box. Nigga, I ain't open it. It's addressed to you. Nigga, I ain't open it.
Yeah,
you open it.
Yeah.
That's when the blackness came, like, yeah, we're not touching that. We can just get back in the car and drive around it. We're fine.
Yeah.
We got to open it. So open it. It's a snow globe. Phone rings. It's Dylan. Dylan is going the fuck off, bitch. You could have said you said you was coming. If you ain't want to, don't let mom pressure you into this, nigga. You ain't gotta be here for me, blood. Right? Dylan was going off on him. Son, calm down. Like, it's not that. And don't send me any more lame ass gifts. You ain't gonna be here, bitch. Like, what do you mean lame gifts? So he picks it up.
Be thankful, but a fucking snow globe,
right?
Unless you collect snow globes, this is a lame ass fucking present.
Which was so crazy though. Like, I like snow globes.
I do too.
I won't collect them.
I'm thinking about it from like as a kid.
I got a snow globe as a gift before.
You have?
Fuck yeah. Okay. It was one of the pier in California.
Pier 39?
No, the one that has the big ass Ferris wheel.
Santa Monica Pier?
Santa Monica Pier.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a kid. I was like, oh yeah.
That was the one from not Family Matters. Step by Step.
Step by Step.
Where they show the
Golden Gate Bridge?
No. Yeah, that's Full House.
That was Full House.
Full House took it San Francisco. But no, the Santa Monica Pier, the one you're talking about with the big Ferris wheel and the big, like the wooden roller coaster.
Yeah.
Step by Step.
Okay, yeah.
In the intro.
I ain't seen Step by Step in years.
It's been a minute.
I wonder if it's on Paramount.
I don't know.
I'll check.
Anyways.
Anyway, so
flashback.
Grabs it, son. Like, and this is, I know you don't respect me as a dad, as your father, but if I tell you to do something, it's for your own good.
But that's
nigga, put that shit down.
But that's the point. It's like, you're not my dad because you ain't been around. You only come around.
Put that shit down.
He's not gonna listen.
Clearly,
because you're not his father.
But then what threw me off about it, it didn't throw me. It was a question I had. So you hold it, it goes from orange to blue, zaps you, right, teleports you. So what happens if it went from orange to blue and you threw it?
I would imagine once you already touch it, it's got you.
You think so?
Yeah.
I was wondering. I was like, wonder what's gonna happen. So, but of course, we never find out.
I'm assuming just from a plot device. Touch it, throw it.
It still got your ass.
Yeah.
It's got your essence.
You touched it, yeah.
So, about
because I don't, and if you notice, I don't think it's like tied to a person because when they were grabbing them out of the thing, they were grabbing them with tongs. They weren't touching themselves.
It's so just if you
doesn't
touch
matter.
it.
Yeah, if you touch it, you're going to be trapped in there.
Okay, so which that's gonna come up later too. I got a question about that then. So son gets zapped. Come find me. What are you doing? It's my son, man.
Yeah.
Again, it's the door from childhood to manhood. Mm-hmm. You can still be a grown ass adult, a young ass adult. He had to cross that. It's my son. I gotta go get this motherfucker, yo. So he gets zapped through.
That just goes to show that he's really a good person on the inside.
Yeah.
Because you could have had any person who's like, fuck that kid.
It literally could have been another one of those moments where he chose not to stand on fatherhood.
The motherfucker touched it. I told him not to.
Yeah, like told him not to. His problem. We going back to North Pole now? Like, drop me off at Boston, by the way. Right. Like, so gets in the car, but we also find out at that juncture that they're in the workshop, right? Dad, what's going on? Where am I? Like, son, hey, eyes on me, bro. It's gonna be all right. Like,
right. Well, we got this.
Yeah. So The Rock's in the car, or Cal is in the car, talking to the director. Hey, he was before the piano. I heard crying.
That's fine.
Okay. Before the piano, I think The Rock had already figured it out because he was starting to say, "Oh, hey, I think they're at," and then that's when it came to the piano.
Right.
So. Fast forward back, the director, I think I know where they're at. Like, what do you mean? Like, what's going on? Like, Grilla has them. We got to figure this out because his tracker stopped. The only way it wouldn't pick him up anymore is if it was under the dome.
Yeah.
So, when's the last time y'all talked to Partridge? Put Partridge through. So, Partridge kicks in. Hey, just checking in on you. How's everything going? You know, I'm still worried, sick. I'm just baking cookies for when we get them back. Man, that's great. What kind of cookies you baking? Oh, what you baking? You know, macaroons.
Fucking hates macaroons.
You saw that nigga face twitch. Yeah, he's gonna love those. I'll keep you updated when we get back. Snap Partridge, they got her. Like how? This nigga hates macaroons.
Yeah, hates them.
Which is funny. I don't really like macaroons either.
Yeah.
I love coconut. I don't know why I don't like macaroon. I think they're too dry.
You haven't had a good macaroon then, because
I haven't.
I've had some good macaroons.
But macarons?
Moist.
But macarons?
What's macarons?
Whew. So macarons are the ones that look like Oreos.
Oh yeah. They're the puffy ones with yeah. I've had those. They're like done right. They're like crunch but soft. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I want one so bad now. Anyway, so now we figured out the entire issue.
Right.
That was a diversion. These fuckers never left.
Yeah, there was always underneath.
Yeah, so we gotta get back to the North Pole so we can find and save Christmas, because time is dwindling. We gotta get back, right? So where was that? Did that. Oh, so they're back at headquarters at the North Pole. We know that they're shapeshifters, so they go to walk towards the old factory. And hey, do I need to tell everybody that you're back? He was like, no, don't do that. Punches dude out. And he says, good tidings. Knocking a nigga out to good tidings is hilarious.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
So they get in. It cuts back to Jack and Dylan. I keep wanting to call nigga Chris now. Again, Jack and Dylan talking like, hey, don't ever think that I don't love you. I don't want to show up for you like this. This is all my fault. It's got nothing to do with you. So the truth that he begins to tell his son also shows his level of growth from childhood, beginning of the movie, to 30 years later. Tom, I'm putting you first. I don't understand how him going to a level 3 from a level 4 broke the sun out.
That, but I think because it's also I think the snow globe is like a prison of your own making, so to speak.
I can get that.
Right? Your internal, like, you know when you're doing the wrong things, and until you own it and understand that, like, what you did was wrong and that you are the issue and only you can fix it, and like that kind of thing is like what broke him out, right? Was like him owning his shit. And
accountability. He held himself
accountability. But also I think the son kind of had some internal accountability too in that moment too.
You think so?
I think so.
But wasn't the son just reacting to how his dad was treating him?
Possibly. Yeah. But they could also, I mean, again, movie. I
hate you.
They could be linked snow globe somehow.
That makes sense that they were linked. Snow globe for son was there. Magic popped one snow globe directly addressed to him on top of the piano. So that could really be it. Breakout. They're trying to run. We gotta get. We know they're at the dock on the roof with the reindeer. We gotta get up there because Santa's the only one that can make the reindeers run. So we know she's got Santa at the chariot or the sleigh. So as they're about to run through, they hear, like, Dylan hears the talking behind the door, opens it. All of them, Garcia, my man, he's in there. Parch is in there. All the other people are in there. They go up to, I guess that's the roof, the dock where reindeer take off at. So to get up there,
the helipad that's for sleighs.
Yeah, our side versus your side. Hey, Dylan, get back. You got to be safe. We got this. Another fight ensues. Greela's like, nah, bitch, we out of here. Gone, right? Takes off down the track. But now, again, Lucy Lou still got it. Bitch pulls out the motherfucking nightsticks.
Straight up, like, there was so many Avengers references. Ant-Man with the gauntlet. Lucy Lou with the Black Widow.
Yeah, whatever those were. She had them.
Cali sticks.
Going to town, fucking people up. So, as they're chasing down the sleigh, and Santa's part was dope for me. I'm not a cardigan kind of guy. I fuck with that cardigan Santa had on. Yeah. That shit look mad homely.
Yeah.
So
comfortable shit. Warm, probably cashmere.
You got one, don't you?
I've had cardigans.
I probably should get one. It's a good business casual look.
Yeah,
probably should get a couple.
Nice.
But they jump on the back of the sleigh. They chase it down, which was... I get The Rock being able to chase it down. Again, Captain America, you're human.
Yeah. He's not even an enhanced human.
You're just a nigga. How did you chase this thing down? But cool. Chase it down, hop on the back skis. Don't you say it. Hops on the back skis of it. They line up behind Grilla. She turns around. How she know they're behind them? Bop, bop, bop. Splits them up. Throws a rock to the back. Throws Chris Evans to the front. Jack to the front.
I mean, you're not wrong calling him Chris Evans. That's who he is.
He's also Captain America.
Yeah.
So
Johnny Storm, actually.
Johnny Storm catches the chain that's holding the reindeer together. Again, movie magic. Mm-hmm. He jumps or falls underneath it as he goes down another chain. He grabs that one until it gets to the link between the sleigh and the reindeer. He's kicking it.
First of all, with your human little ankles, you ain't kicking nothing like that.
Absolutely not. These motherfuckers are tugging a magical sleigh that's being tugged by magical reindeer. Mm-hmm. You're not unlinking this motherfucker, but cool. Kicks it, breaks it apart. Gorilla goes tumbling off the side. Ah! People fall off shit. It's always funny. To
always
me.
Funny.
But again,
I didn't hear a thud, so
at all. We know something's up. So we also forgot a part where Krampus, when he was explaining who Grilla was to him.
Big,
like she's an 18-foot twin-tailed ogre, had 18 sons or 20 sons or some shit.
What did he say? Leather, gray elephant skin.
Yeah. So at that part, I was
all I heard was, she's a big bitch.
That's a huge bitch. So
we'd have monsters for children.
Gotta start. Red one. Yeah, wake up. Nick, get up, bro. You gotta come back to me. So Grilla pops back up in her, like, you thought you killed me, nigga. You ain't even see my final form.
Yeah.
Comes back in perfect cell mode.
Yep. Boss hops music up, continues.
Yep. She stands there. You see the twin tails go. Cool. Like, you have to kill me, bro. Like, this is where we at. You not gonna fuck with Christmas. So, okay. Soon as she's about to start, Krampus comes in with the fire style jutsu. Hits her like 3 times. Bitch, what you doing? So you can't do this. And this part was super funny to me. Because Tormund, the guy that plays Tormund in Game of Thrones, plays Krampus.
Yep.
Do you realize he was talking to Grilla like Tormund talked to Brienne of Tarth?
Yep.
You guys know how to talk to a woman.
Yeah.
So I was like, Game of Thrones reference. What if Grilla actually turned into... What if Brienne turned into Grilla and then Tormund actually turned into motherfucking Krampus?
That'd be funny.
Theories, right? So, they get to fighting and she bitch slaps Krampus back. The part of the fight that kind of pushes through is The Rock is standing like by himself, like, I'm gonna get past you. I'm gonna get to Nick. Like, he's mine.
Yeah.
She says, haven't you had enough? For me, I was waiting for the I can do this all day.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a missed opportunity. I like when they do that for, like, movies to movies.
Yeah, but alas,
yeah,
you'll have to kill me.
Yeah,
I'll settle for you'll have to kill me. It would have been a great call out.
I could do this all day.
Especially if he did that and then you just saw Chris Evans' character look up like Jack. If you saw him look up like, fuck's going on? So that's my line. So she grabs him up, squeezing him to death, and then all you hear, KAVALAME!
Yep.
Motherfucking sequence of like Final Fantasy VII summon of Knights of the Round. These reindeer come full speed ahead.
And just buck that bitch.
Fucked her up.
Yeah.
He shrinks down, runs out the way. Reindeer do their thing, knock her back into the snow globes. Mm-hmm. She touched multiple snow globes. Shouldn't her body parts been in multiple?
Nah, because remember, they're all copies of the original.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so I would assume that they would just go to the... She would have had to have touched one first. I'm assuming while they all activated, that would just be the one that she
like when she fell back, hand hit one.
Right.
Cool. So she gets transported. Boop. Talking shit. Oh, aren't you cute? So the fight's done. Krampus, you know that you can always do this with me. Like, nah, that's your bag.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Hops on his hot rod.
You know, though, it's funny because it's like you had to know that Nick was going to, like, know that he was going to say that. So why the fuck even offer? Like, to be nice? Or were you just being...
He was being nice.
Was he being nice?
Yeah.
Or was he a little petty brother like, do you want to come?
No, I think it was him being nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, he was taking the opportunity to be not, like...
Okay.
You know, you
fair.
Yeah. We have a truce that you're not allowed out, but let's break the truce. Just come back into the fold, brother.
Yeah.
So, it's cool. Hot rod, I'm out of here. Y'all do y'all thing. Like, time's dwindling. You got gifts to deliver. So, everybody gets ready. It's like they're 5 minutes over their limit on what they needed. So we gotta bust ass.
They were how long over their limit?
I think it was like 5 minutes over their limit. So if, like, for example, if we're supposed to be out, we're supposed to already be in the sky by midnight. It's 12:05.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, so
he's saying like we're only 5 minutes behind. So
we're behind schedule. Yeah, 5 minutes behind schedule.
Okay.
So Dylan, Jack, you guys coming too? They hop on. Y'all about to see Santa do his thing.
Self-respecting human being would turn down that offer?
I'd already been on that bitch.
Facts.
Y'all coming?
Right, rolling. Let's go.
I'm already sitting back waiting for y'all to hop on board. Like, y'all not riding this big motherfucker without me. Pause. Y'all aren't riding this sleigh without me and my son. So
I don't think you have a pause big enough.
So
you're not riding this.
We're not going back to that. So they take off, and now you get to see Nick do his thing, right? So
coolest concept of how that could be done. Like,
yes and no. Every house does not have a chimney.
Right, but you saw that he used the air ducts.
When they were first rolling up that first chimney,
most houses,
every house had a chimney.
Yeah, but while some, so you got to remember too, like some neighborhoods are going to have like
the cookie cutter effect,
right?
Yeah,
but like so I'll give you that. Like not every house has a chimney, but most houses nowadays, at least in the United States, have HVAC.
Yeah,
so there's gonna be some sort of ventilation system for him to get into.
Smaller elves unscrewed, he jumped straight through. And did you catch that call back too? That was John McClane in the jump. Uh-huh. So he scurries through the ventilation, gets there. I had an issue with why was the black boy that asked for Vampire Assassin 4 sleeping on the steps? This motherfucker was sleeping on the steps. Mm-hmm. So why? Okay, whatever. So as Kris Kringle is delivering all his gifts in very elaborate fashion, and he steps on a light. They call it out. They go repair lights and everything. He's snatching cookies, drinking milk, like doing the Santa Claus thing,
burning 430 million calories
a night.
Crazy.
He does all this until it gets to the macaroon. He puts that motherfucker back. Funny. I would like to know the story of why he doesn't like macaroons.
Right. There's got to be a story.
They get all their gifts delivered, and father and son it's daybreaking.
Yeah.
It's father and son in the back. They're talking, and that's when he really did it in one night. He is a beast. Like, he's more athletic than what I thought he was gonna be.
And then you see him turn, like he sees him.
The Rock turns around. He can see
the inner child,
mm-hmm. And as soon as he turns back around, you see it, don't you?
Yeah.
Again, poignant moment. Like, I'm telling you what I know it is. Like, people, like, this isn't me, this is in the movie.
Right.
People, as adults and as men, they've always been screaming for the inner child to come back out. Yeah. Like, unfortunately, and this is now real life, as men, we are often forced to grow up fast. Whatever traumatized him as a kid, that I don't believe in Santa Claus anymore, forced him to mentally grow up fast. But this is the kid that's always been screaming to get back out. Yep. This was the piece that was missing from me being able to connect with my son, because I didn't have a childhood.
Right.
So, super dope moment. And as the movie is coming to an end, I almost screamed because I thought the Mariah Carey song that was about to play is All I Want for Christmas.
It sounded like it.
Yeah, I was so happy when it wasn't. I was like, good God. So
I dodged a bullet because the little one, wanted Christmas music on the way to daycare one morning, and I just had Spotify put on a Christmas playlist.
Don't you have Apple Music?
I have Apple Music, but I use Spotify.
I'm gonna start sending you my Apple Music playlist.
Well, the only reason I use Spotify is because on my work laptop I can't use Apple Music because I can't log into my Apple account because it's it messes with them being able to send downloads and stuff to the work computer.
Makes
so
sense.
I use Spotify because I can log in on the web.
I mean, we wouldn't know because T-Mobile gave us Windows. Bullshit. And then they block everything now.
Yeah,
everything. I can barely Google things.
Yeah, the only thing I can't do is, like I said, just log into my Apple ID on the Mac.
I wish it was that simple.
But yeah, so she wanted to listen to Christmas music, and I thought that was going to be the song that played, or it played, but she was like, I don't like it. And so then she's locked into Jingle Bell Rock by Buddy Helms. That's her favorite one. Matter of fact, after this is over, I got to show you the video because she was mad this morning, but she was still singing the song. It was the funniest shit ever. Grumpy singing Christmas music.
So that is the end of the movie. Yep. I like how I wear my shoes, 11s, breads. I love how my shoes look on the camera now.
Little feet.
It's a 10.5.
It's a 13, man.
It's a universal foot. Anyway, ratings. Plot.
Yes, ratings. So plot storyline, I give a 4. It was, not necessarily original as far as Santa being captured or people trying to catch Santa, but
I think that was original.
The way.
Have you seen another movie where people try to capture Santa?
No, okay. In a sense of it's not an original thing of every kid's tried to capture Santa.
Until Tiny comes downstairs and pokes your ass.
But outside of that, every kid's tried to capture Santa or stay up long. So from that standpoint, I guess you're right. It's not super duper original, but I was thinking of it from just an overall story type deal. I gave it a 4 because it was engaging. The world building with Greenland, Krampus, and trolls, etc. was super cool. The way it explained it all was cool. What'd you give plot?
4.5.
Okay.
I gave it the only reason it didn't get the 5 from me was because the only licks that I had inside of the plot were, it looks like we've seen this before.
Right.
Everybody wants to see Santa.
Yeah.
So
the original part of it was it being a government secret and
But that was the one thing that kind of took it away from me was it's the age old, everybody wants to see Santa Claus. So I agree with you, but definitely 4.5. It was everything that came after it. The elves weren't. It was a government agency that was helping Santa run things. So that shit was just fucking dope to me.
Rewatchability, I gave a 4.
5.
The only reason I gave it a 4,
it falls into this is now in my rotation of holiday movies.
Yes. I will watch it every year, but it's not something I'm gonna watch throughout the year.
True, but I could see myself just a random Saturday. You know what I ain't seen in a while? Motherfucking Red One.
I mean,
and also I'm a standboy for The Rock. It's not many Rock movies I don't watch. I love that nigga.
Acting
5, really good fucking acting in this movie, and yeah, I said 5 for acting. It was really good acting in this movie on all fronts. So even from background set pieces you really wouldn't think that needs to do anything, everybody did such a great job of bringing the set to life with being who they were, but also the people that actually had. For example, when he stole the doubloon, the ogre, although he didn't have lines, like that guy's like he's always a background character or something. Yeah. If you watch Dexter, where it was at, you would know who it was. But when you watch Dexter, I think it's season 3, because Trinity was season 4. So Miguel Prado, Jimmy Smits Jr. Season, when he meets him, they go to kill somebody he breaks legs when he's in debt for being a bookie. That big ass guy was the guy that played the ogre. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The Cyclops, I mean. Yeah. So even not having lines, or even everybody in Krampus' kind of organization, the nigga, the bird arms that was calling the match, like everybody did such a fucking good job. I think it was acted perfectly. Like I didn't see anybody that was acting like fucking the black dude from Die Hard, who I hated. I can't remember his name now. Theo. No, Theo and the other one, the limo driver.
Oh, Argyle.
Everybody did their good job. They weren't argyling, so I gave it a 5.
I gave it a 3.5.
Really?
Yeah.
What dropped the acting rating for you so much?
It was just like, I don't want to take this as like I do like The Rock. I like his movies. I like his.
You just think he's The Rock in every movie?
He's The Rock in every movie.
Phil said the same thing about Sam Jackson. He's Sam Jackson in every movie.
Oh well, that's a fact, but that's also not a fact. It's a 5.
It's not a fact.
Yeah,
it's Samuel Jackson.
Samuel Jackson is.
He was Mace Windu. He was believable. He didn't say motherfucker not one time in that motherfucking movie.
He said it without saying it.
Exactly, but he didn't say it.
But no, I thought the acting was good. I thought Chris Evans was really good. Like all the surprises of like when he's like, how you would expect someone to react seeing the Headless Horseman.
Yeah.
How you would expect somebody to react to seeing a big talking fucking polar bear.
Yeah.
Like nailed it.
Nails. Ow.
The Rock wasn't bad, but he was just The Rock. So
you think he was Hobbs?
Hobbs is The Rock.
But the way he was acting, like security detail,
The Rock is Hobbs.
He was Hobbs.
Yeah. World building.
5.
I gave it a 4. And the only reason I gave it a 4 is because there was some unexplained things I didn't like that they could have wrapped up easy.
Like what?
Like
other than what we talked about.
Yeah, explaining how Homeboy was skilled at taking out trained agents.
Did that affect the building of the world? Did it take you out of the element of the movie?
No, but there was also pieces that I wish they would have explained more, as far as like, you know, I don't know. I felt like there was something missing. I can't pinpoint it, but like it wasn't wrapped up nice and neat and in a bow for me.
For me, I think it did an excellent job of building out the world, because the script, the storyline, everything was pinpoint. You could track along with the movie very well. Even if you just randomly walked in and it was halfway in the movie, you would know where you were at.
Right.
They jumped and took the liberty of making the North Pole secretive, which I thought was super fucking dope for the world building. We went to various different locations with a purpose. Main goal is we got to get Santa Claus back, because we have to. We got to save Christmas.
Yeah, it can't be done without him.
Yeah, he is the one. For the world of this movie happening in a span of 24 hours, Christmas will not happen if the one person that needs to do it can't do it.
Right.
I think every set piece that they had throughout the movie is why the world building happened. So that's why I gave it a 5. It was like the main point of this movie. Well, yeah, the main point of the movie is we got to save Christmas. The sub-points of the movie were, in order to save Christmas, people have to save themselves by being good people.
Okay.
So that's why I gave it a 5.
I gave concept originality a 5.
I did too.
Yeah, I was like, that is the most original movie in a while.
Yeah,
I think
it was fucking dope. And like
overall,
I said,
was like I think 4.6,
4.9 for mine.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really good. I really banged with this movie. Yeah,
it was a good movie. It was a really good movie.
So yeah, that is it for this
One.
week. Again, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends.
Turn the notifications on wherever it shows up on the screen.
They're gonna point up over here, this way. Yeah. No, nigga. Way. Yeah, this way. Yeah. I went back and watched the videos. I was like, the tags do pop up on the left side. Okay, so the left side. They were always over your head. So,
my head. Now they're over on that side.
Yeah. So on this side, up in this area. Yeah, guys. Again, this is the last movie of 2024.
What are we gonna do for the first movie of 2025?
That is a good question. We could do one of two things. Carry on. The Netflix one?
Yeah, the Netflix one with Jason Bateman and Taron Egerton.
You watched it. I haven't watched it yet.
I've watched it once, yeah.
We could start with the banger.
I watched it while we were downstairs and the kids were doing stuff, so I didn't really pay attention. Like, I didn't really watch it. It was just background noise. But like
one of three things then. So that's a good one.
Okay.
There's a movie on Hulu called Amber Alert. Has not Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Jesus Christ. Everybody hates Chris. That guy. Forgot his name.
The dad or the kid who plays...
not Terry Crews. The guy that plays Chris.
Okay.
Him. Okay. Abbott Elementary.
Okay.
I know Taylor James Williams.
Okay.
Tyler Williams.
I know the person.
That nigga.
He was
funny
on
as
Walking
shit.
Dead.
Yeah.
Got ripped apart in the
doorway.
Yeah.
Great movie. Watched it last night.
Okay.
Fucking amazing.
Okay.
And it has Hayden Panettiere in it. And I love Hayden Panettiere. Panettiere.
We'll argue that later, but it's Panettiere, I think.
Panettiere. Anyway, she's in it. Child goes missing.
I'll watch it.
Good fucking movie.
Okay. It doesn't have to be. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be next week, but I'll watch it.
Or we could start a series up because New Year's Netflix gonna load something brand new. We could start a Netflix series.
So if we do a series, I think we need to do like a each week breakdown, but then have an overall like topic. Because I've been thinking about that. Like, how are we going to do a series? Like, obviously, if it's something like, let's say Smallville for
I love Smallville.
10 seasons.
Yes.
We can't do that all in one.
You can't.
But
I could.
I think if we do a series, it would have to be like something new and something that we could like do a segment like each week or like what our thoughts are. So we could do both. We could do a movie and then we could also do like a season.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just thoughts.
Yeah.
We can break that down. But
it'll be a surprise. You don't have to know right now.
Yeah. So yeah, guys.
Motherfuckers gonna have to wait. Subscribe and you'll see what happens next week.
You will, and we'll flood timelines and story posts and everything. But always, guys, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
From your favorite podcasters, man, from Reels and Rants, man. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us for the last, 3 months? Well, 2 months now. We started in October.
Yeah. Did we?
Yeah, started in October. October 17th, I think, was the first episode. So, yeah, guys. Until next time, KAVALAME!